an investment from one.
Rice or green.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Ooh, one question and one question only.
All right.
Is it Friday yet or no?
I don't know, I have to think about it, which means generally it isn't.
No?
You know, we will do our best to make it feel like a Friday. In fact, that deserves a high five.
It does deserve a high five.
Any day that gets a high five gets elevated to Friday status, okay? Good morning, welcome to it. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing week, so thank you so much for pouring your energy into our space. We'll do our best to pour it back into you for the next 3 hours. We're going to have a whole lot of fun.
I think so. It's a reciprocal relationship, you know. I know it's super early in the morning, but we've got the talking covered as well as the entertainment. Don't even worry about it. On your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this beautiful Thursday, we're going to make sure that as we step into the rest of 2026, you're feeling a bit better about consumer prices, inflation that's happening all around us. I know many of us are looking at our empty wallets going, how? But you've got this.
Is it still January?
It
felt
feels like it.
January didn't really let us go, okay? But a lot of us are feeling the pinch right now in different ways, but it is intense. From one-click payments to same-day delivery, we demand maybe a little bit more now. I think convenience has become something else. It's become a part of how we live, spend, make decisions, but it's also an expectation that all of us now have. And we're kind of frustrated when we don't have that immediate access. This morning, we're going to unpack what that shift says about money, about control. Do we have it? The certainty around that space. But we've got someone brilliant to lean into with that, and it's wealth manager Vanna Rousseau. He will unpack it in ways that we can understand and, most importantly, apply.
I think so. I love that. And it always comes with a wealth of knowledge, no pun intended. Then a musical moment to savor. We've got South African icons Rocco de Villiers and Kuni de Villiers, joined by guitarist Moritz Lutz, or Lotz rather, teamed up for a performance that's definitely more than a conversation. It is a concert that we will have right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's going to be a little bit of both, but it's a lot of personality, and it's probably the most talent we've been able to squeeze into our studio space ever. You're in for an absolute treat, and then so are we, because the comfort food is flowing. We're going to take a viral twist this morning. We're getting stuck into dumpling lasagna.
I've seen this.
Get out of town.
I've been wanting to taste it.
I know, and the only thing that could potentially be better, cheesy beef pockets, okay? Yes, we are taking on 2 TikTok favorites that promise big flavor and hopefully minimal effort. That's how we roll.
That's how we like it, because that means minimal failure. We'll get into that in just a bit. I will handle the news for now, and you take care of them.
I always try and judge by her face what that news is going to look like. And of course, we are looking at the news spreading across the social streets as well. We want to connect with you. It's an opportunity for you to fire away and for us to fire some questions at you this morning. And I want you to go over to our socials to get a little bit of an Easter egg there, if you will, about where we're going to be headed with the conversation today. Looking at financial pressures, yes, and how that boils down to those everyday choices. Yes, we'll be looking at convenience and how we demand that one-click payment, that ease of access right now, but we're also looking at the rising prices all around us. So think about that one thing that blew you away, was just so expensive. We'll delve into that conversation after we recap yesterday's main news and sporting headlines.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. It's just 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, and you know what that means. It's time to get into your national news headlines. Now we get started here with, as South Africa gears up for the 2026 local government elections, the Electoral Commission of South Africa has flagged generative artificial intelligence as a growing risk, warning that disinformation may shift from broad national narratives to hyper-local ward campaigns. Now, speaking at a dialogue hosted by the Institute for Security Studies, Chairperson Mosoto Miepia highlighted vulnerabilities around the voters' roll, ballot transport, as well as manual counting. Now, the IEC plans zero-rated verification tools and rapid response links with community radio and youth networks. That's to counter deep fakes and protect local democracy. In other news in South Africa, annual consumer inflation slowed to 3.5% in January from 3.6% in December, according to Statistics South Africa. Now, stable food inflation at 4.4% and lower petrol and diesel prices helped temper the headline rate. White rice, maize meal and cereal products recorded notable declines, easing pressure on household budgets. Now, the monthly consumer price index change remains steady at 0.2%. The figures signal modest relief for consumers as transport and grocery costs stabilize. Now, in your international news making headlines, Gabon's media regulator, the High Authority for Communication, has announced the suspension of social media platforms until further notice, citing misinformation, cyberbullying, and data breaches. Now, the move comes amid growing unrest under President Brice Oligui Nguema, who took power after a 2023 coup. Platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, and TikTok are widely used for business and communication. Our reports indicate partial disruptions, sparking concern among entrepreneurs and young users. Meanwhile, the Vatican has declined an invitation to join U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed Board of Peace, stating it prefers established multilateral frameworks. The Vatican top diplomat, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, emphasized that the United Nations remains the recognized body for managing global crisis. Now, at least 19 countries have signed the initiative's charter, including Argentina, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and the United Arab Emirates. Several Western nations have stayed away, wary it could sideline existing international mechanisms. And let's close off your 6 o'clock news here with tennis star Sir Andy Murray, who has smashed his way to another remarkable honour, crowned the most inspirational British sports figure of the 21st century, outshining legends like Lewis Hamilton and Sir David Beckham in a survey of 2,000 adults. Now, the Dunblane champion, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, US Open and Davis Cup champion, and Britain's first men's singles winner at Wimbledon since 1936, has long been admired for grit wrapped in humility. Researched by Just Giving shows fans value example, resilience, and positivity above medals alone. Now, in 2025, the platform recorded £235 million raised through sport, proving Murray's brand of inspiration doesn't just win matches, it moves mountains. Well, on that inspirational note, we leave your 6 o'clock news. It's time now to get your sporting highlights.
Well, let's see if this motivates you this morning. The Proteas cruised to a 6-wicket win over the United Arab Emirates at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi yesterday, finishing Group D unbeaten. So Corbin Bosch, 3 for 12 there, restricting the UAE to 122 for 6, before Aidan Markham stepped up 28 off just 11 balls, and then some brisk runs from Ryan Rickleton and Dewald Brevis, sealing that victory with 6.4 overs to spare, to be exact. So the Proteas, we've got our big one, the next challenge to overcome India in the Super 8 stage this Sunday. That's going to be the real test. Now let's get back to Doha as Yannick Sinner delivered a composed display to beat Alexei Poprin 6-3, 7-5 at the Qatar Open. The world number 2 was pretty much ruthless on the serve, dropping just 3 points in that first set before breaking late in the second to seal a straight sets victory and progress. I'll try and move through this one very quickly as we move locally to football. Mamelodi Sundowns closed within 3 points of the summit as Brian Leon struck twice in a 2-1 premiership win over Orlando Pirates, ending the Buccaneers' unbeaten run, but not ending the hope, my friends. That's for you, Brian. Elsewhere, Stellenbosch FC remained unbeaten under Gavin Hunt, looking really strong with a 1-all home draw with Magesi, despite being reduced to 10 men late on, showed some real heart there as well. Now we delve back into the craziness of the UEFA Champions League, and it looks like we called it, well, almost yesterday. Some major highlights. Newcastle United, they thrashed Karabakh 6-1 in Baku, with Anthony Gordon scoring 4 goals. And that's to move within touching distance of the last 16. Then elsewhere, Atletico Madrid, they drew 3-3 at Club Brugge, while Bodo Glimt, they stunned Inter Milan 3-1 to seize control of their playoff tie. Oh, I'd love to see the betting pools after last night's action, but that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on both the news and the sports again in about an hour or so. Foot of the day, the weather becomes a little bit more important. Let's see what you need to wear today.
Well, Well, thank you so much, G-Man. Let's have a first look at your weather for this Thursday morning. As usual, we get started out in Polokwane, where on this day, it's mostly sunny skies that you'll wake up to. Temperatures start at a low of 19 and climb to a high of 33 degrees with gentle easterly winds. Now, the rest of the week looks beautiful, great weather all around up until next week, Wednesday. Out in Klerksdorp, it's mostly sunny skies that will dominate your day today. Now expect a low of 17, rising to a hot 31 degrees with light southwesterly winds. Temperatures are expected to stay in the upper 20s and lower 30s throughout the rest of the week. Well, let's see what Pretoria will look like today. You'll experience partly cloudy skies in your part of town with light winds expected from the north. As far as your temperatures are concerned, they range between 19 and 31 today, and wet weather conditions are expected over the weekend, while temperatures remain in the warm upper 20s. Further afield in Johannesburg, today you'll experience partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures will range between a low of 17 and reach a high of 27, with light winds drifting in from the southwest. Now, steady temperatures in the lower to mid-20s are expected for the rest of the week. Out in Mbombela today, you'll get some partly cloudy skies to start off this Thursday with warm conditions. Now, your winds will be from the north and stay light, while temperatures move from a low of 19 and peak at 32 degrees. Chances of rain does increase from tomorrow onwards. Bloemfontein, on your side, it's mostly sunny skies to brighten your area. A low of 17 with a high of 31 with light northwesterly winds. Now, you can expect a warm week peaking at 32 degrees on Friday. As we head into the weekend, expect some more clouds to move on in. Well, Richards Bay, you're up next. What's the coastline saying? It's sunny skies dominating your day with a low of 23 and a high of 31 degrees. Moderate winds from the northeast keep things easy and breezy with rain forecast only on Saturday. Out in Durban, you can expect mostly sunny conditions for your region. Well, let's get into your temperatures. They'll range between 23 and 30 degrees with light northeasterly winds. Warm to moderate temperatures are expected for the rest of the week. Let's head to Mthatha next. On your side, you'll experience mostly sunny conditions with some scattered thunderstorms. Now, temperatures will start off with a low of 19 and peak at 31 today. Winds from the south stay light while rainy conditions take over for the rest of the week. All right, Craddock, you're up next, where your region will experience mostly clear skies. Light winds will be coming through from the west. Now, temperatures will range between a low of 17 and then peak at 34 degrees today. Temperatures for the rest of the week remain steady in the low 30s, with Friday peaking at 34 degrees. Out in Gqeberha, your region will experience partly cloudy conditions throughout today. Temperatures will range between 19 and a high of 28, with moderate winds expected from the southwest. Now, wet weather is expected to set in on Friday and then continue into the weekend. Oh, gorgeous George, it's you next, where today you'll experience periods of sunny skies. Temperatures, they'll range between 17 and a high of 25. Now, light southerly winds are expected with some cloud cover along the way. We head to Cape Town next, where you start off your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions and moderate winds that are expected to come through from the south. As far as your temperatures go, you start off with a low of 15 and you reach just a high of 22 degrees. Now, windy weather is forecast for the day while temperatures remain moderate for the rest of the week. From Cape Town, let's move on over to Sutherland now, where you're starting the day off with some sunny skies. Temperatures, they'll start at 12, a chilly 12 at that, to a warm 29 degrees. That will be accompanied by moderate northwesterly winds. For the rest of the week, temperatures remain in the higher 20s to lower 30s. Well, out in Kimberley, you'll experience mostly sunny skies today with temperatures ranging between 19 and 33. Your winds, they will be light coming through from the northwest, while pleasant temperatures are forecast for the rest of the week, accompanied by some rainfall. And ending out in Uppington, temperatures will be running high today as per usual, starting off with a warm 21 and reaching a high of 37. Moderate winds, I'm sure that are welcomed, are expected to come through from the north. Now, hot conditions are expected to continue for the rest of the week, with clouds starting to move in from Friday. We'd always warn you, stay indoors if possible and have that SPF on hand. But from Uppington, let's move over to KZN when it comes to your Good Morning View. And thank you, Billy, for once again coming through with the most breathtaking morning view. I mean, come on. Vili, what is there to say? You have won Good Morning Views this week. I know it's early, it's only Thursday. We still have tomorrow to get into, but this is absolutely beautiful. And thank you so much for that. You know what I'll do for you, Vili? I'll reward you with a 30-degree day today, and we hope that you'll get out there and do a bit of a dip. If you do, keep us posted and let us know on this number, 063 036 9649. And to you, Mzansi, that's also how you get in touch if you think that you can take Vili on when it comes to your Good Morning View. For now, though, it's time to get into the rest of the show.
Yes, indeed. I think Vili's already in that ocean. He took that photo about half an hour ago. He is swimming. He's already past the breakers and loving life, and we like that for him. So I thought let's just take a moment, because after the break, we're going to have to think very critically. We're going to have to use the grey matter and probably stretch our ability just a little bit. So I thought let's just dress it down and talk about what we are wearing this morning.
Why not?
I love the way you have put the outfit together. I'm feeling nice and chilled. I got my dad vibes going on. Loving the fitted jerseys. Explain the butter yellow, please.
Okay, so we've got the wide leg linen type pants that
Very
are
cool.
easy breezy, really nice for this transitional weather. And then we've got this butter yellow peplum top. If you know anything about butter yellow, it is the talk of the season. Sky blue, butter yellow, and also just muted colors, which is why I'm so glad that you've come through with this green.
I'm bringing the earthiness.
Yes.
I'm chilling us out. I'm wearing a beautiful olive green, well, pretty much from head to toe. I've gone for those muted tones, and I like that. Again, because we're shifting gears into a new season, you don't have to kill all the fun, okay? But you can start to transition. And yes, we're obviously pushing the knit narrative. Love the fitted jersey.
It looks great on you.
It's a light knit as well, so it's not too heavy. You can wear it as a shirt. I won't call it a shirt.
So no vest underneath is what you're saying.
You could, well, today probably not. Just wrap it around your head and drive with no top on. But you can go relaxed and you can dress it up. If I wanted to put on some nice loafers, take it a step further, some nice boots, take it a step further, nice brown belt, chunky it up. I could go any direction.
Fashionista.
Okay, I feel like I've got the grey matter up and running just a little bit, but not nearly enough to broach what we're going to be discussing after the break.
Okay, well, Werner is standing by, and brace yourselves, Mzansi. It's all about why South Africans are paying for convenience in this day and age. I mean, it happens to all of us.
Time is money, yo.
We do exactly want to cut down the time that we spend in those long lines. So let's check out exactly why. What's the behavior? What's the motivation behind it?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday, and we're hoping that we'll equip you with everything you need as we head into the weekend. And of course, Mzansi, we've asked you this question because I think it affects us quite personally,
all of
right?
us.
Is it just us, or are groceries just feeling way too pricey right now? Hey,
Come on, man.
My goodness, what is one item that recently shocked you when looking at the slip? I've got an answer immediately.
Okay.
Cucumbers.
What's going on with
Why are
cucumbers?
we paying 20 plus rand for a cucumber? It's mostly water.
Yeah, exactly. But did you see what we could do with the humble cucumber yesterday when we cooked with it? It's a resource, man. Now, for me, it's the difference in pricing for milk. Every store seems to have their own vibe now. Surely it's coming from the same cows, you know? Let us know what has shocked you. Send us those voice notes. We want to hear the pain in your voice. 063 036 9649. No, we are connecting and all sharing the pain this morning. So this is a safe place, and we're going to need it now to discuss money, money, money.
Money, money, money. Well, listen, saving time, Zanzi, used to feel like a bonus, right? But now for many of us as South Africans, it feels essential. From delivery apps and digital wallets to same-day services and just one-click payments. Convenience really has become just part of how we live and also part of how we spend.
But at what cost, Carissa? At what cost? This shift isn't just about being busy. It reflects a deeper change in how we value time, control and certainty in an unpredictable world. The landscape has changed. And joining us as our master and commander this morning, Werner Rousseau, wealth manager at the incredible PPS Wealth Advisory. We're gonna push the boat out with this one, man, because the world is crazy. Werner, how are you, my friend?
Good. Spending a lot of money.
Yeah, man,
Aren't we
and on stuff that we
all?
didn't expect.
100% me all the time, though, because everything feels necessary. But Ben, I've got to ask you, is this rise in convenience spending really about time? Or is it about something a lot deeper? Maybe stress, maybe decision fatigue as we're looking at the different things that we need and we stuck. We can't even make a move.
Yeah, I think it's a lot about convenience. I looked at a client's budget yesterday or income and expenses. There's 99 Rand they spend on delivery service to get next day delivery. There's
Right.
150 Rand they spend on ChatGPT to get the pro version. They didn't do their meal prep, so they took delivery, food delivery of 150 Rand. Another 100 Rand that they spend on all these different apps, not to be able to, or not to have to look at ads. So there we already at 500 Rand. And this client, to quote Taylor Swift, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me.
It's me. I'm
And it's
feeling
500 Rand.
As you're saying it, I'm just going through my subscriptions list that I haven't even checked recently. And again, I need it. I need all of the documents to be able to open. I need that. I don't want ads because it slows me down. I get that. Is this, because we always turn you into a psychologist whenever you come here, but we have to understand the emotional rooting of money for us individually. It's always very different, despite the landscape being the same. Is this something else? Is this stress related? Is it too much for us to look at everything that we need at the beginning of the month and balance our books and set a budget? And how much of a cost are we paying here? And I mean that in the bigger picture of control when we hand over so much of this control to an app.
Yeah,
Permissions.
It's easy to pay 99 Rand. It's easy
Simple.
to pay 69 Rand. But once it gets to 500 Rand, when you add all of this up, this 500 Rand in 10 years' time is between 100 and 150,000 Rand if you had invested in. Over 5 years, it's 40,000 Rand. The longer, if you don't invest at 500 Rand, it becomes more and more. You're actually stealing a bit from your future by adding all of this little bit up.
Wow. But are you not saving time? And is that not maybe something that you are gaining
Are we
from?
out there billing ourselves at 2,000 Rand a minute like that? Where do you draw the line there?
Because I'm victim to all of these.
Yeah, you have to go and look at what it's worth. What are you giving up to be able to get that? I'm saving time by not having to watch an ad. I have to use ChatGPT. It's become so integrally part of my life
Part of the lives,
and
yeah.
what I do. So I need to use that. 150 rand, but at what cost? So you have to go and weigh the two up against each other.
Sure.
I would imagine this is a sliding scale because if you go to certain even more digitally connected places, I was in the UK spending some time in some of the cities there, your phone acts differently. It's a different digital landscape. Is this trend mainly in your digitally connected cities? Is this like a global trend that we are seeing? Because technology has a way of getting into spaces that, and that's often where it's most powerful.
Yeah.
How is this trend playing out?
Well, my parents live out on the West Coast. It's 200 kilometers from here. They've got the same subscription to be able to get there.
They might live in
tomorrow.
a Bitcoin town now, you don't know. Yeah.
So it's definitely it's more in cities. Your delivery services are available here, but
Where the
it's all over.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I just want to know what the way forward is, because am I canceling all my subscriptions and all of my convenience is the question. So you're saying individual to individual, you have to sort of weigh it out and see if it's worth the convenience, right?
Yes, because if we look at this delivery service that I use, with that I don't have to add to my cart to get the free delivery. So it definitely does help. So instead of having to spend 500 rand, I can buy the thing of 150 rand, 200 rand by having this subscription.
Is this not degrading your way of life? Everything you used an example. Normally you would come in and use the compound growth positive example with that 500 rand that you just explained. You've had to reverse your entire intellectual property to try and address what's going on here. This feels like a cultural shift. Are you not worried? Because you've got to earn that money. Even in a compound growth situation, it's consistency, it's effort, it's a cultural shift that we're trying to bring about now. And this convenience, do you feel that that pushes back against people understanding you've still got to work for and put in the effort?
Yeah, it becomes more important because before we get to get used to these habits of saving towards your retirement or putting money away to your emergency savings or whatever,
That goal
you're
is,
already
yeah.
used to, it becomes a habit. You're used to spending that 99 rand a month, 150 rand. It becomes so part of your budget. Before you've actually put the healthy habits in place, you're already spending on this and you're used to it and you can't live without it.
Sure. I personally can't live without it. And I'm looking forward to part 2 of this conversation because I hope that there's a healthy balance that I can also strike. Because you're right, they even mark up prices on the convenience of having these apps.
And
you
you
know?
can see it on the app as you're
can.
buying it.
And you're saying add to cart.
We bought a gaming chair yesterday. I say we loosely. A present was bought yesterday, a gaming chair, and we literally went for a more expensive option because it was a better deal based on its original price.
Wild,
And
eh?
it's just an algorithm playing us based on the amount of interest in that item.
Sure.
We haven't even touched on AI and control of the money while you're putting it in other places or allowing other things like an app to make financial choices for you in that space. But ultimately, we are looking for control and we want that long-term compound growth. When we're putting little bits away, it mustn't be paying someone else. It must be paying the future version of ourselves. This conversation continues with the future versions of ourselves after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're hoping that this conversation is making you feel better and empowered, because we're continuing with Wealth Manager Werner Rousseau right now. Earlier, we unpacked why convenience has become such a strong behavioral driver. But this isn't just a retail trend, it's reshaping expectations, I think, across all industries.
Oh yeah, front-facing and what's happening on the back end. Businesses are racing to remove friction. Automotive processes, they predict our needs before we even express them. Maybe someone's already sold them our data so they can make those moves. The bigger question now is whether convenience is becoming a default standard just for the sake of, and what that means for our future. And Werner Rousseau has been helping us work through this as a psychologist and a financial advisor. Thank you so much. We've looked at it from our perspective, and I think very often, I joke about us being the data, but in the world of apps, in the world of digital, we are very often the data being traded, which is why we often have to pay for a service in order not to be the product and be sold on. But when you look at the front-facing version of companies right now, convenience has to be there. How are companies adapting in terms of speed and accessibility? Surely that's our first box is, can we, it's got to be quick.
Yeah, I think the more info is available, the less we know. So companies also, they're getting ways to get more info and be able to get more income on there. So yeah, definitely they're jumping on the bandwagon as well.
Sure, we're seeing it everywhere. And in the beginning, we were saying across every single industry. It's not just your groceries. It's everywhere you look, clothing, fashion, everything. So I've got a question, because I think that I might fall victim, as I said to this before. The constant reliance on this convenience, does it empower us or does it make us more dependent?
Yeah, again, I go back to the budget always.
Yeah.
It's always boring to have to go back to
But that's
to the
where we
budget.
must.
Yeah,
We
and
must.
I have to go, if I empower myself and budget each month for convenience, then I know what I'm going to spend each month. I've got 500 Rand available to spend towards convenience, but I've budgeted for it. So that way I empower myself.
Maybe I can play devil's advocate here, because I love technology when it's a fast forward button. But what if it becomes a handicap now? Does this mean we're moving into a world now, unless you do have access and you can pay a premium for services that we used to get for gratis, you're going to be left behind? Where does this leave people who aren't digitally connected? And is this where the ecosystem is going? Must we get used to dealing with everything through one device, AI-controlled finance? I know I'm painting quite an extreme picture here, but where does this leave those that don't have access?
It's back to the basics. The same way that my parents saved for retirement 30 years ago, the same I have to save towards it. Let's go back to that 500 Rand example that I just used. That 500 Rand in 10 years was 150,000 Rand. In 5 years, it was 45,000 Rand. In 30 years, that's between 1.5 and 2 million Rand. And whether it's now or if it's 20 or 30 years ago, it's exactly the same principle.
Remains the
back
same.
to basics.
I love the idea of back to basics, but if I look at the life that I live, which is quite demanding and quite fast-paced, I can imagine, even for like moms, for example, who are looking after their kids at home and having to order things quickly online because they're on the go and they're needing to prioritize their childcare, right? Or we're thinking about the traffic that we sit in, how we can avoid that because we've got to scoot outside our house within 30 minutes or 60 minutes. So I really wonder if this is going to be the standard for the future, or if we are going to go back to basics of, nah, guys, let's just go to the grocery store, let's just go into the shops, let's just buy things ourselves.
Yeah. Yesterday, I didn't do my meal prep, so I had a delivery service deliver lunch to the office. That's 150 Rand. But then when I looked at the budget yesterday preparing for this, today I've got my food in the, in the bag.
I was going to say, let it go,
smell the boiled eggs.
You're allowed to make one mistake a year. We are allowed that.
Just from the mistakes.
But only with your 150 Rand, not with your clients' 150 Rand. And that's, I know, the baseline for you. I am a little bit nervous about, and I am quite old school about money. And I think as an entrepreneur, once you've been through that mill and you've lost and you've gained and you lost, you value every cent because of the effort that gets you there. So I think that equation needs to remain intact. It makes me quite nervous when you look at global trends when it comes to financial management right now. and the way that AI is controlling most of the back end of anything digital at the moment. Is there anything in that space? Because you've got great wealth drivers, I would imagine in crypto and all these spaces, you kind of need the tech. It's a part of it. What makes you nervous about that, this future and this access to ease? Is there a point where we might give too much control to digital?
I think if people don't use it for what's intended, so I pay 150 Rand for the 149 Rand for ChatGPT, but if I use it to create caricatures or like the trend was now...
There's nothing wrong with turning a sausage dog into a lion. I keep telling people that, come on.
But I use it for my own budget purposes, for just to check on something. If you use it to use it as something to just check on your,
saving you money,
financial
ultimately.
health,
Yeah.
then it's definitely worth it.
It's working for you.
It's working for you.
Yeah, I love that. Somebody got in touch with a voice note, if you don't mind, Werner. We'll have a listen and then see how we can tackle this as well. Good morning, Anonymous.
Morning, Expresso. Everything shocks me these days. Containing groceries, milk, a 6-pack milk. Since when is it over 100 Rand?
Yeah.
I have to wait till the special comes to 89 Rand before I can purchase it. Sugar that you need in the house for daily usage. I just can't do this. As a single parent, it's a real struggle. How do we do this if everything is going up and your salary stays the same? Enjoy your day.
To that point, it kind of feels like in the same way that, and I'll use a far-fetched idea, we love to build big AI brains. It requires more energy than we have on Earth. We want to have a front-facing, beautiful digital ease of access. It's costing on the back end, and we've seen a race like that. All the major retailers trying to get that right. Yeah. It has piled more money on. As a consumer now, how do we push back in that sense? We want to save, but do we become bargain hunters? Do we use the digital to our favor and then track everything? How do we handle that kind of daily stress of everything seeming to go up?
It's all about planning, and you can hear the pain in that, the milk.
Yeah, I felt
you're going to need, you're going to need milk next month. You know you're going to need sugar. You know the basics you're going to need.
Got to swallow that pill.
You have to plan for it.
Yeah.
And there is some room. You have to be able to buy yourself something nice, or but plan for it. Plan, you're going to buy the milk, buy the bread, but plan a little bit extra for convenience, for something fun. Reward yourself.
I think that's important too.
Control. I think ultimately all of us feel like we are losing control set against where just the globe is right now, not just here in South Africa, but we understand rising prices and we understand that everybody at every level of the economy is being affected right now. Yeah. Hopefully not you today, my friend. You've done your meal prep today. Yes. You can let go of that disaster from yesterday. No, thank you so much for helping us understand and unpack. I think it's worth all of us thinking about why we spend the money that we spend. Yes, the convenience is there, and we want to have the speed and we want to have the path of least resistance, but at what long-term financial cost?
Definitely. You have lasting notes?
Yeah, just on long-term, I think it would be wrong if I don't bring this up now. We've got 8 days left before the end of the financial year end.
Right.
You've got basically, you can get free money from government. So if you save, you can save up to 27.5% of your income into a retirement annuity and then write it back against your tax.
Oh, wow.
You've got 36,000 Rand a year that you can put into a tax-free savings account. You've got 9 days left until the financial year end. If you've got something extra, put it into your retirement annuity, put it into your tax-free savings, and basically get free money, free growth in your tax-free savings.
You had me at 3 months.
And that's not for Werner, hey? I know he's not giving that to everybody. That's available to all of us. That is our tax law.
Yep.
Take opportunity. Thanks for adding another time pressure to it. 8 days, guys. The clock is ticking. Now, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to think long-term about your future, your security, and taking control. We'll see you now.
Get ready to spin and win with World Sports Betting. Every Friday morning on Expresso, one lucky viewer will walk away with up to 5,000 Rand in cash. Want in? Simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include hashtag World Sports Betting. Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting, where every spin could be a win.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The rumors are true. It is, in fact, your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on S3. And right now, we talk to absolute legends, South African icons. We've got Rocco de Villiers as well as Kuni de Villiers, who will be joining forces in a powerful new production that blends together virtuosity, storytelling, and unmistakable local flair. Now, with master guitarist Moritz Lotz completing the trio, the promise is to be far more than a concert, but it actually is a musical conversation to be had, and definitely not to be missed. So please, let's give them a feel-good welcome. Come on, everybody. Usually we'd have like a studio audience. Graham usually tries to get the people in, but the applause, you enjoyed that.
I must say that was a good intro. You
Oh,
can do that
thank you.
again.
Is
It
that
was
Do you want
lovely.
to do that again?
Is that us?
our show?
Run it back, run it back. Guys, of course, you are legends, and we're so grateful that you're on the couch with us this morning. Just getting into this great conversation, because I think there are many curious minds about you joining forces at the Peter Turin Theatre. So what kind of sparked the idea to come together at this time to bring what you have to the table?
Well, what sparked the idea is we need to work,
Yes.
we need to make money,
True.
and we need to show off, basically.
I love it. Wait, so this is your
Do you want
debut?
the real answer?
That is the real answer. I would like the other answer too.
No, we've sort of been hinting at working together for many, many years. And strangely, because we're both pianists, people say, well, you're both de Villiers, and they just assume that you will work together.
Right.
And eventually we said, well, we have to cave and just do it. And we're
Give the
very
people
happy
what they
that we did.
want.
Yeah, and it works, strangely.
We're both de Villiers, but I just have to say we're from completely different bloodlines.
Oh, you had
Yeah.
to just make that known.
Yeah.
Okay, I love to see you pointed at your outfits just to re-emphasize. I do
Well-
love what you've got on today, though.
I always think that shiny before breakfast is excessive. But anyway. But
I sleep in these.
that is
you
a lot of
talking
information
about?
before breakfast. But the one thing that really makes the show work, and
Yeah.
it really, I'm so happy to say that it does work, is that we decided to be ourselves
Yeah.
completely. And it actually starts when we walk on stage, because Rocco wears quite an outfit and I just do plain black. And when we walk on stage, people start giggling and then the show starts.
Oh, I love that. And we can't wait as well. Are you also sharing the stage with master guitarist Moritz Lotz? So let's get into that. How does his presence and his artistry really add to
Oh,
what
goodness.
you guys have?
You know, he's a double Grammy winner. Don't say that before breakfast. A double Grammy winner.
Come
and
on,
a
speak on
wonderful
it.
musician. We've worked together, both Rocco and myself,
Yeah.
with Moritz for many, many decades. And it's an honor and a privilege to have him on stage. He adds, it's just a layer of warmth and tonality that's very special.
I'd like a glue that sort of puts the two pianos, because we play a lot of notes.
Yeah.
And Moritz is good to, you know, musicians, very good guitarists, they have a musical instinct. And it's not just playing, they know what to play when. When you overdo nie, dis onnodig.
The other nice thing for Rocco and myself is it's very rare that you have two beautiful grand pianos, because, you know, keyboard is fantastic, but a grand piano is really special. And Yamaha South Africa gave us two brand new, out of the box, pitch black grand pianos. So it has a feeling of occasion for us.
I see why you wore the all black in order to match that. I'm very excited to see your outfit, though. Please.
And
it's going to be
it's
incredible.
so new that the pedals still have plastic on.
My goodness.
They're brand new.
Do we leave them on, or do we peel them
So
off
there's
in
X
a
million
moment?
rand worth of pianos just on the stage.
Oh, I mean, look at you guys live and exclusive right here. And we can't wait for you to perform for us today. But we know that both of you are known not only for your musical brilliance, but also for your storytelling, which I think most importantly is what brings the people back time and time again. So how did the original spoken pieces really shape the emotional journey of what you're bringing in this show?
South Africans in general, all cultures, love storytelling.
It's true.
And I think, especially South African people, we like a story with a beginning, middle, and a good end.
Yes.
And all musicians have a story to tell, whether it's about your own life or experiences and I think the story sort of, in a way, determined what musical pieces will come out of the story. And that's fantastic to hear. You know, when we started working together, I heard things about Kuni that I can't say on television.
You'll tell me later, though.
Also not on stage. But,
Thank you, Rocco.
but storytelling is so important in any stage production. Otherwise, it just becomes like a recital of which there's nothing wrong with people just playing, but that's not what we do. We want to share our experience.
Of course.
I think you nail it in the sense that both of us, as independent working musicians, our shows have a lot of storytelling in it because people truly relate to a good story.
True.
And when we got together and started working on the joint material for the show, there it was, you know, that's a great story, that's a better story, let's leave that in, let's put that in. And there we go, and it really seems to resonate with audiences.
And I mean, you blend together Bach, blues, ballads all in one, which really is a journey and an experience in and of itself, right? So who are you talking to? Who should come and watch the performance? Is it for the music lovers? Is it for the classical lovers? Who is this for?
I think it's for everybody.
Yeah.
There's a little bit, I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. There's a little bit for everybody.
Yeah.
So there's some straight Bach in it. There's some blues in it. There's some boeremuziek in it. There's some rock and roll in it. There's a lot of pop in it. And then stories. And so hopefully everybody who comes to the show goes home and thinks, I loved that segment of the show, you know.
Stunning.
And hopefully all the music is beautiful.
Yes.
That, I think for both of us it's very important that you play, because wil nie lelike musiek speel nie. It must be pretty.
I agree. Speaking about beautiful music, what are we going to be treated to today? What did you guys bring for us?
Well, we brought two little bits from the show.
The two B's.
The two B's. We both love blues. And I used to play music in Cape Town at Inter Alia Club Montreal many years ago.
Sure.
So that's still stuck. So we're doing a little bit of blues in the program. And then we do some boeremuziek, which is?
It's a piano piece, which is, Jim Miller was a very famous South African pianist who basically played Boere music on the piano in the 1940s and 50s. And I know Kuni was very fancy at all these stuff. I was more a Babsfontein kind of person.
I love
because
that.
my dad had a Boere band.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned to play Boere music.
Yeah.
So we're going to treat you with a piece of old-fashioned Boere music.
I love it.
And then we're going to take it straight to America and treat you with
A bit of
blues. And Kuni calls it the De Villiers blues.
Ooh, the De Villiers blues. I don't know if you've ever heard that before.
It's self-evident.
But we will experience it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I'm so excited. Like Rocco said, not lelike music, okay? Only beautiful music on your Feel Good Breakfast Show today. But it is a breakfast show, which means that we have to get into some good food, and Graham definitely has the plug.
Well, we've got the two B's, we've got the Boere, we've got the blues, now we need the breakfast. We are sorted. Only on Expresso would you hear Boere and blues together, and you're going to hear two incredibly talented exponents of both in just a moment. But right now, two incredibly untalented chefs are about to take on the latest trend. If you've ever craved dumplings but dreaded the folding marathon, or you're just useless at it, this recipe is your shortcut to dumpling bliss. This viral, understandably so, dumpling lasagna. It layers juicy, gingery pork and beef filling between silky wonton wrappers, then steam it or bake it, and it turns into a cozy, savory casserole that eats just like dumplings, but kind of feels like lasagna. This is a brilliant twist, but I need my clever culinary crusader.
First of all, you just called me a non-talented chef. Accurate, though.
Honestly, if you had to describe me as a cook to someone else, where do we begin?
Where do we begin?
We've come a long way, my friend. We have come a very
Graham.
long way. So we know the dreaded hot mess or success paddles will come out at the end of this. So this is a judgy space, and we will be doing the judging. So we've got actually one of our little ramekins steaming in there.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
look at
So we're going to
that.
dress you up in just a moment, but let's get into our filling. First of all, how excited are you at the prospect of this?
Of a dumpling lasagna?
Get out
Listen,
of
I've been
town.
seeing it all over my feed. TikTok has been going crazy and like literally feral for it. So I definitely am excited to see what
That
it
is a
tastes
great
like.
term, feral. I'm feral for food this morning. So we're going to start with our beautiful mix. So the original recipe calls for pork.
Right.
We're using a bit of a mix, as South Africans do. We know how to mix our meats, yo. We make some of the best burri mix, best sausage mix, best burger mix. We like a bit of a beef and a pork mix. For us, you can go your route. You can go all beef. It's going to be delicious. We've got white pepper.
Ooh, but a spice. It's
Yeah,
hot.
don't hold back with the white pepper. It's a beautiful
Sheesh.
flavor profile as well. We've got a whole lot of garlic, yo.
Of course.
Date night for who? For what? If you're
If
going
they
to go
don't
and
kiss
see...
you with garlic, then they don't
Exactly. If you're going to see De Villiers Squared and you're going on a date night, maybe halve the garlic. Then we've got our spring onions, finely
onions are
chopped.
in.
We've got some salt. You can just
course.
pour as much as you... I'm a salty fella.
I'm going in. It's
Go
a lot of
for it.
mince. There you go.
Then we've got chicken stock powder.
Oh.
So this is going to create, and I would imagine you could use a beef or a vegetable stock, whatever you've got in the pantry, let's say. But that's going to obviously, as the juices start to come out from the meat, it's going to form the sauce and it's going to create a mix.
sense.
Okay, now let's build in our dumpling flavor profile. Okay, so smell that. What's that?
That's soy sauce.
That's soy sauce and that's chili
Ooh,
oil.
oh, wait, I can smell it now.
Nice, eh? And we actually took
Bit
that
of a bite?
from our crunch.
Oh,
and chili crunch, if you
smart.
haven't had it right now, you will have it on everything else. And what's that?
Sesame oil.
For the win,
Of
right?
course. I
so
love
mix
that
that
stuff.
together as liberally as you can.
Oh, it smells incredible already.
does. I'm loving this. I don't know why we've got a pile of mini ramekins. We're going to make mini. We're going, this is like
Mini,
Inception.
mini.
We're going inside the dumpling with even smaller dumplings. We're going to make little Russian doll dumplings. No, we're not. Okay, so we've got our ramekins.
Yes.
There's a ramekin for you.
Thank you.
And a ramekin for me. We've got 9 spoons, which again makes me nervous. Like, how many ingredients are we putting in? No.
What are
we're
we
going to
doing?
take
Okay, I'm gonna
one
put this in the
layer
middle.
of
Mince
the
first.
mince mix, just one. And bearing in mind, you want to try and get at least 2 good layers in here. 3
Right.
if you are a super achiever.
Or have a deeper ramekin.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so a nice little layer.
That's,
maybe
and pat it
what the
down
spoon's
nicely.
for.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
And you don't have to worry about things bursting their sides or the fold of your dumpling. Dumpling for what? We're just going to layer in a little sheet.
Okay, so these are dumpling skins.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's the right term. And you just lay it over.
Oh, just kind of layer
There we
it.
go. So you can see we've just popped it on top. Ta-da.
Nice.
Very nice. And then what do we do? Another layer.
More, okay.
More. I want
I
more.
wonder if Italians love this or if the Asian folks that gave us dumplings are rolling their eyes.
I was going to say, there is a nonna somewhere rolling her eyes. There is someone who thinks this is just ridiculous.
Blasphemy.
But I can guarantee you, the internet doesn't lie, guys.
And neither do we.
Yeah, people are loving it. There we go. I feel like your nails were designed for the handling of
pickup.
dumpling papers.
I'm putting like 2 sheets so that it's
Okay.
like real lasagna. You know how
Wow.
you layer the sheets
Well,
on?
now I feel like I'm underserving our people by not having 2 sheets.
There you go.
Okay. And
Done.
then
And then
that
you pop it into here.
goes in for 20 minutes or so, 20, 25. It's going to cook quite nicely. You're not dealing with a overly thick, fatty meat. It's quite nice and lean and the fat's been broken down. So
That looks
just very carefully
incredible.
take our little ramekin out.
Trying to figure it out.
And hopefully this is going to inspire you to steam other stuff. I love making steamed bread. Obviously the ladies here have taught me, they've given me a master class and I steam bread now non-stop.
They're in the microwave or in one of these?
I'll do it in a bit of both,
then
but I
it's
like, literally, I've had one on a stove, one in a microwave, one in an
at the
air fryer,
same
and one in an oven. Albeit I was practicing for a reality cooking show. Okay, so now we have got our beautiful, let's try not to spread the shots around. And I know it's simple steps, but you might have missed something because we're moving quite fast here. You
Right.
can scan the QR code and you can cook along and then judge. And you can have a look at how this plays out.
Let's have one
right
more look,
now,
yeah.
Please.
Okay, you put the, okay.
So we're going to finish it off with our chili oil. Do the honors,
Lovely.
girl.
Okay, so they went chili oil, well, a little bit of chili crackling.
Yeah, the chili crunch will change your life. If you're going to go the old school cheesy lasagna route, this chili crunch will change everything forever. Okay, they put a base at the base of theirs,
Oh,
but albeit
fair.
they're using a slightly bigger
Yeah.
dish. I think ours is perfect. Remember, we're going for a cheap dumpling here, so you can have a little bit
Some
of fun.
spring onions.
This looks perfect. Girl.
Isn't that perfect?
Oh, can we pop this into our...
Only one at a time.
Oh, you
My
see.
one is first.
Okay, so therein lies... If you got, that's maybe why we've got the miniature ramekins.
Shall we try?
I think we have to. It's incumbent.
And we're
upon
sure
us.
this is ready, hey?
Well,
Let's find out.
Now that looks perfect. So yeah, this was going for about 20 minutes.
You go
I
ahead.
think. Okay, I got a nice healthy chunk there. It's a dumpling.
It's a dumpling. It's a dumpling lasagna. It's a success, isn't it?
Can I tell you something?
Tell me.
That is better than the last dumpling I bought from quite a well-established
No.
purveyor of dumplings.
Okay,
Wow.
well, having said that, then I know for sure it's a 3, 2, 1.
Baya!
Success.
The heat on my brow says how much I'm enjoying it. Wow.
Gorgeous.
That is exquisite. I will chow 5 of those.
Absolutely, especially when they're in these little ramekins.
It actually helps that
Sign
they're
us
small.
up. Please do try this at home, Mzansi. I have such a great feeling that this is going to be a great, imagine inviting people over. Build your own.
Exactly.
Build your own taco lasagna.
You could even have like your steamer or your big thing. I don't think you can get stuff like that, like the fondue
really
type 5
big,
things. And you just,
ooh.
everyone does their own thing. I think we're going back in time. Fondues are coming back. We're going to a 70s vibe here.
I love it.
This, honestly, out of all of the things, the trends that we have made, this is my favorite.
Is this your favorite one?
My favorite.
Well,
I do love the chili
done
crunch, though.
to the kitchen team. And we've got more viral recipes that we'll be trying right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We can't wait. If we're starting with a
Wow.
raging success, imagine where we'll go next.
It is quite
One more bite,
spicy,
one.
though.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. I apologize if I have lasagna dumpling all over my face, but you will be in the same predicament once you have tried it. Head over to our socials, go and check that out, and cook along. And likewise, get the details for your Lotto and Lotto Plus One today. Why? Because there are massive winnings literally waiting for you. So you know what to do. You can play your Lotto for 400,000 Rand, then Lotto Plus One for 150,000 Rand. And how do you do that? Well, you'll find those deets on our socials. You can head over to nationallottery.co.za to handle that online. You can go in-store, obviously, when they open. They've got an amazing app. And generally, your cell phone banking app will have a little drop-down set up there. Just do it. However you do it, make sure you don't miss out on the opportunity to win not once, but twice. Your Lotto weighing in at 400,000. Then we're going to throw in Daily Lotto Plus for 150,000 Rand today. I'm going to say good luck. Not all of the luck. Hopefully, I'll keep a little bit of it, but all the best of luck. Well, we are fast approaching. In fact, we have entered into the second hour of the show. Time for the news.
Thank you, Gray. It's just gone 7 o'clock. Time now for your national news headlines. We start here with several South African metros who featured prominently in the 2026 Nombio Crime Index. Now, the Pietermaritzburg ranked the world's most dangerous city, followed by Pretoria and Caracas in Venezuela. Johannesburg, Durban and Gqeberha also appeared in the global top 10, placing South Africa 5th overall in the country rankings. Cape Town sits at number 16, and the index measures public perceptions of safety, corruption, violent crime, rather than relying solely on police data. But the concentration of local cities near the top underscores persistent concerns about urban safety. In other news in the country, as South Africa gears up for the 2026 local government elections, the Electoral Commission of South Africa has flagged generative artificial intelligence as a growing risk, warning that disinformation may shift from broad national narratives to hyper-local ward campaigns. Now, speaking at a dialogue hosted by the Institute for Security Studies, Chairperson Mosoto Moyepia highlighted vulnerabilities around the voters' roll, ballot transport, and manual counting. Now, the IEC plans zero-rated verification tools and rapid response links with community radio and youth networks to counter deepfakes and protect local democracy. In your international news making headlines, talks between Russia, Ukraine, and the United States in Geneva yesterday concluded without a major breakthrough. Now, U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff had voiced optimism, but Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian negotiator Vladimir Medinsky described discussions as difficult. Limited progress was reported on military technicalities, including ceasefire monitoring. However, deep divisions over territory, particularly Moscow's demand for full control of Donbas, which is a non-starter for Ukraine, continue to block prospects for a comprehensive agreement. Meanwhile, Gabon's media regulator, the High Authority for Communication, has announced the suspension of social media platforms until further notice, citing misinformation, cyberbullying, and data breaches. The move comes amid growing unrest under President Brice Oligui Nguema, who took power after a 2023 coup. Now, platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, and TikTok are widely used for business and communication. Reports indicate partial disruptions, sparking concern among entrepreneurs and young users. Let's close off on this note, where after 6 quiet years, the Nigeria's Argungu International Fishing and Cultural Festival roared back to life in Kebbi State, drawing an estimated 40,000 people to the banks of the Matan Fadan River. First staged in 1934 and recognized by UNESCO, the spectacle is a vibrant celebration of both heritage and harmony. Now, it hasn't taken place the past years due to regional insecurity and funding shortages, but on Saturday, fishermen enthusiastically plunged into the water, cheered on by chanting crowds and pounding drums. A local angler, Abubakar Usman, stole the show with a 59-kilogram giant, winning 2 cars and cash. For many, though, the festival's greatest catch was something less tangible. And that's all about unity, pride, and the simple joy of gathering again. On that note, we leave your 7 o'clock news. It's time now for the latest in sports with Gray.
Oh, mixed feelings about this one, but it should inspire you at the very least. The Proteas cruised to a 6-wicket win over the United Arab Emirates, that at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi yesterday, as a result finishing Group D unbeaten. Corbin Bosch's 3 for 12, restricting the UAE to 122 for 6, before our captain fantastic Aiden Markram's 28 of just 11, and then brisk runs from Ryan Rickleton and Deval Brewer sealed that victory with 6.4 overs to spare, to be exact. Why the mixed feelings? Well, our next mountain to climb, we've got India in the Super 8 stages this Sunday. That's going to be the real test. Now let's get back to Doha for more tennis, and Yannick Sinner on form. He delivered a composed display to beat Alexei Popyrin 6-3, 7-5 at the Qatar Open in Doha. The world number 2, ruthless on serve, dropping just 3 points, in fact, in that first set before breaking late in the second to seal a straight sets victory to progress. I'll try and breeze through this one quickly for the sake of Brian and the rest of the Buccaneers in South Africa. Mamelodi Sundowns, they look good. They closed within 3 points of the summit as Brian Leon struck twice, in fact, in a 2-1 premiership win over Orlando Pirates last night, ending the Buccaneers' very long, incredible unbeaten run. Then elsewhere, Stellenbosch FC, they remained unbeaten under Gavin Hunt after a 1-1 home draw with Magesi. And in fact, despite being reduced to 10 men later on, showing some real mettle there. Now we get back into the tail of the tape of the insanity of Champions League football last night. And we kind of called it in our pre-session. Newcastle United, they thrashed Karabakh 6-1 in Baku, with Anthony Gordon securing 4 goals on the night. They now move within touching distance of that last 16. Elsewhere, Atletico Madrid, they drew 3-3 at Club Brugge, while Bodo Glimt, they stunned Inter Milan 3-1 to really seize control of their playoff tie. We love it for the fans. So wherever your allegiances lie, hopefully you're not still sweating too much, but we'll touch on those sporting headlines and the news again in an hour or so. Right now, I think the roads should be waking up. Let's get you to work.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's see what's going down in KZN and Pietermaritzburg. Well, there is a crash that has been reported on the N3 southbound at the Linfield Park interchange. Currently, the left lane is closed and motorists are advised to drive carefully and, of course, to arrive alive. Out in Cape Town in Kales River, heavy traffic is building on the R300 northbound, and that's at the Old Paarl Road ramp. Our drivers are advised to allow some extra travel time if that is part of your morning commute. We'll update you again at 8 o'clock. For now, though, it's time to check in with your weather once again. Starting out in Polokwane, your day is mostly sunny skies as it develops. Temperatures start at a low of 19 degrees and climb to a high of 33 with gentle easterly winds. Now, the rest of your week does look beautiful as we see the forecast into next week, Wednesday. Out in Klerksdorp, this morning it's mostly sunny skies that will dominate your day. Expect a low of 17 rising to a warmer 31 degrees with light southwesterly winds. As for your temperatures, they're expected to stay in the upper 20s and the lower 30s throughout the week. We head to Pretoria next, where you'll experience partly cloudy skies in your part of town. Now, light winds are expected from the north. Temperatures will range between a warm 19 and an even warmer 31 degrees today. Now, wet weather conditions are expected over the weekend, while temperatures remain warm in the upper 20s. Well, let's head on over to Johannesburg next, where today you'll experience partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures will range between a low of 17 and a high of 27, with light winds drifting in from the southwest. City temperatures in the lower to mid-20s are expected for the rest of your week. What's Mbombela saying? Well, today brings you partly cloudy skies with warm conditions. Winds from the north stay light, while temperatures move from a low of 19 to a high of 32 degrees today. There are clear skies, and that's expected until Friday, which starts with a period of rainfall. The beautiful Bloem, you're up next, where mostly sunny skies brighten up your region. A low of 17 rises to 31 degrees today, with light northwesterly winds. Now, you can expect a warm week peaking at 32 on Friday. As we head into the weekend, do expect some cloud cover to come on in. Heading to the coastline next in Richards Bay, where sunny skies dominate your day, with a low of 23 climbing to a high of 31. Now, moderate winds from the northeast keep things easy breezy, and rain is forecast from Saturday. Heading to Durban next, you can expect mostly sunny conditions, where temperatures will range between 23 and 30 degrees, with light northeasterly winds. Now, warm to moderate temperatures are expected for the rest of your week, accompanied by some rain. Where to next? Well, it is Mthatha. Today you'll experience mostly sunny conditions with some scattered thunderstorms. Now, temperatures will start off with a low of 19 and then peak at 31 today. Winds from the south stay light, while rainy conditions take over for the rest of the week. Out in Cradock today, you'll experience mostly clear skies, light winds coming through from the west today. Temperatures will range between a low of 17 and your high is sitting at 34. Temperatures for the rest of the week remain steady in the low 30s, with Friday peaking at 34 degrees. Out in GQ Gqeberha, your region will experience partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures will range between a low of 19 and a high of 28, with moderate winds expected there from the southwest. Wet weather is expected to set in from Friday and into the weekend. Okay, gorgeous George, it's your turn. Today you'll experience periods of sunny skies in your region, temperatures ranging between 17 and 25. Light southerly winds are expected with some cloud cover. As you can see, the rest of your week, by Sunday, some rain does make its way through. In the Mother City today, you start off your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions. Moderate winds are expected from the south. In Cape Town, temperatures will start off with a low of 15 and peak at 22 today. Now, windy weather is forecast for the day, while temperatures remain moderate for the rest of the week. Well, from Cape Town, let's head on over to Sutherland next, where you're starting the day off with sunny skies, temperatures ranging from a colder 12 to a warmer 29 degrees. And that will be accompanied by moderate northwesterly winds. As for the rest of your week, temperatures remain in the higher 20s to the lower 30s. Let's stay inland in Kimberley. You'll experience mostly sunny skies today with temperatures ranging between 19 and 33 degrees. Now, light winds come from the northwest, while some pleasant temperatures are forecast for the rest of the week. That will be accompanied by some rainfall, especially into Sunday and beyond. And closing up now in Uppington, where temperatures will be running high today, starting off with a warm 21 and reaching 37 as your high. Moderate winds are expected from the north. Now, your hot conditions, they are expected to continue for the rest of the week, with clouds starting moving in from Friday. Well, that wraps up your weather report, but of course we have to see what it looks like through your eyes. And this time around from Kimberley, it is Shikaria. Thank you so much, Shikaria, for sharing your morning view with us. Just making sure that we also know that Kimberley may just be the place to be on this Thursday, and it just looks like the sky is set alight with the goodness that we can experience today. We wish you a gorgeous day, Shikaria, and thank you once again for doing your country so proud by sharing this beautiful morning view. And you too could do some, Zanzi. The number again is 063-036-9649 is how you get in touch with us directly in studio to share your morning view.
And I know I claim to be the mayor of Uppies. I'm not, actually. I think it's Faf de Klerk, okay? Now, I understand he is a resident of Uppies, so please, if you see him out and about today, take a photo. I want to see the real mayor of Uppington this morning. Now, let us know what it looks like in your neck of the woods. We want to wake up with the view that you see every morning, and then we'll give you the view that we see this morning, and it's a bit confusing. You might think I'm just throwing random culinary terms here. A crab, rangoon, wonton, nacho. I don't even know if it's a real thing, but we are going to try to make it, and then we will establish if it is a success or a hot mess. And then, speaking of which, we're going to delve into the psychological drama, Die, My Love. I hope I'm not being too glib about something really dark and intense, but we'll be taken inside this incredible narrative on the other side of this, and we cook, so get ready to scan that QR code.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's talk fashion. You know, outside of beauty and food, it's my favorite thing. Now, when we shop at Woolworths, we choose Woolies' exceptional quality. We know and love that, and we know and trust it. And now their quality sale brings you those same high standards at even better prices.
If you know, you know. This is when you've got to dial in and take the opportunity. You can now shop Woolworths specials across the store with some selected fashion and beauty and even some homeware items thrown in, marked down by up to now 65%, but obviously while stocks last, and you are seeing the stuff fly. So please don't wait too long. The sale will end soon. I'm talking to myself.
I'm talking to me too, because I'm talking about the women's quality sale. I mean, look at the options that we've got here right now. It just honestly makes it so easy to refresh your wardrobe for the season ahead. You'll find reduced prices on clothing, sleepwear. That's something we always skip when we go shopping. And everyday essentials designed to fit seamlessly into whatever lifestyle you lead. Now, they're versatile pieces that work for weekdays, for the work days, for the weekends, for the fun times, everything in between. I mean, Woolies has got you covered.
Yeah, I mean, we've got those kind of the must-haves. We've got the everydays. We've got that special day. But you've also got a couple of investment pieces thrown in as well. And you can shop the Woolies specials on men's clothing as well. Made comfy, made for durability. I think they understand the South African man and what we demand. But the quality sale also includes shoes, guys. Some pretty swanky underwear, and then those easy casual layers, because we're going to have to start layering up soon. I hate to say it, but yes, 'tis the season. But these items are perfect for the office or a relaxed weekend or kind of on a show like this in between.
Right, I love it. I hate that you said winter is coming.
I'm
Why
sorry,
is it
I
coming?
retract that statement.
But we do have to prepare ourselves, which is why we'll come through with a couple of tips for you. We want you to go in with a game plan. Know what you're looking for. Don't let the shop tell you, you tell the shop. And also check for your size. Don't just buy things with the idea, one day I'll be a size 0. No, buy with where you're at right now in your body.
And be prepared, browse online, use the app, just put yourself inside the fashion capsule, if you will, and then save on your favorites. And then, of course, check that in-store availability. And remember, keep an eye out for red sale labels and the clearly marked Woolworths specials across departments. Just spend some time.
I like
You will
that.
find that out. I know you say go in with a plan. I kind of treat it as an 80-20. So go in with an 80%, I know what I'm getting. Leave 20% for that item that you didn't know you were going to have access to.
Right.
And often you'll find something, it might be a jersey, a jacket, something that was maybe a little too much to justify at that time of the month, last month.
And
in
now it's
January.
knocked off. In fact, let me go on Woolworths right now and check what my favorites are doing in which of my favorite stores. Graham, I'll be right back.
Okay, please make us some breakfast while you're at it. I love the fact that each visit offers new finds while stock lasts, because this is a revolving door, and remember that. That's why I say you've got to be connected if you want to capitalize on the opportunity, and you can shop this high quality sale and enjoy Woolies' exceptional quality with up to, as I said, 65% off selected fashion, beauty, even homeware. And that's available across South Africa for a very limited time, especially if you're looking for new stuff for your kids going into season. These are the opportunities. I almost liken it to like a Boxing Day type sale where they've got to move stock. They understand that, yes, we are feeling the pinch right now. We spoke with Vanna earlier about how everyday costs are rising, and clothing certainly fits that. Push back with 65% off selected items. Oh, go happy shopping, my friends. And maybe, just maybe, we will discover another viral success in just a moment.
Well, we are back in the kitchen, and will it be chaotic? Perhaps, but that's exactly how we like it. Earlier on, we tried a viral recipe, which was our dumpling lasagna, and now we get into a mixed mingle of things. It's all around a crab rangoon nacho recipe. So let's have a quick look at this before the three of us try our hand at something special.
Okay, so here's a crab rangoon nachos with cochise and crema recipe. But before we get into it, I have some rules around here. If you see me making fried crab rangoons, you cannot ask me if it's healthy. You cannot ask me what the macros are on these, and you can't tell me that you're disgusted that I'm using imitation crab on a crab rangoon recipe. Those are just my house rules. onto the recipe. We're gonna get started with the filling first. It's 8 ounces cream cheese and then 8 ounces of imitation crab. You can do more or less of the imitation crab. I usually like more. And then for seasoning, it's just 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. If you don't have it, salt is fine. And 1 teaspoon of sugar. If you don't have it, you don't need it. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. If you don't have it, you don't need to use it either. And then 1 teaspoon of white pepper, but I don't have it, so I'm just using black pepper. And then ideally a 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, but I don't have it, so I'm just gonna skip it. And 1 or 2 things of green onions, but if you don't have it, you don't need to use it either. It's really not that serious. The only thing that you really need is just the cream cheese and the imitation crab. And then you can grate and garlic how many ever you want. I'm doing 4. And then give it some good mix. And then we're gonna do some money spread on the wonton wrappers. It just helps it easier to pick them up. And then for the fillings, you can do whatever ratio, but I like more of the filling to the wonton wrapper ratio.
In the 3 of our minds, we definitely have got this going. I think I'm the stronger chef, hey?
Yes.
Kuni Rocco?
I'm actually, but I'm just going to
Oh,
lay back
but you're going to
today.
lay back today.
I'm
Fine.
decorative.
You
merely.
know?
Yes.
Shall we leave yours for last then? Okay, so in here, I'm actually going to
What's
make
this
you
thing
work.
called?
This is called a crab rangoon.
What is a rangoon?
Nacho.
Sounds
It's
like
It's a
an
place.
animal.
It's our place.
I think it's supposed to look a bit like an animal. Maybe we're trying to mimic what a crab looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So we're going to take 2 pieces of pastry, and then you can do the filling. So let's throw in the crab. And this is imitation crab, so really easy to access. And then we'll go in with our soft cream cheese. Go for any flavor. If you want to do fish on fish, go for the salmon cream cheese. I think we've just got the plain one today. And honestly, that's already a recipe for success. And then, Rocco, I think we're going to go in with some garlic powder, some white pepper once again. Both of them at the same time. Let's chuck it in. Pour them in, some garlic, some salt, just to add some flavor. And then, of course, spring onion.
There you go.
I think spring onion is a great way to add in a bit of a bite without doing too much. So we've got a bit of a flavor, a salt, a Worcestershire. How do you say this?
Worcester sauce.
You say Worcester sauce. What do you say?
Ach, ons Worcester.
Worcester sauce. It's the Worcester sauce and the soy sauce.
His cooking is Worcester by the minute.
It's the Worcester sauce for me, and then you just.
Are you tagging Martha Stewart here?
Of course. And then you mingle. You just mix
With
it
your hand?
in.
With a hand?
No.
But that lady on the video was with a hand.
Rocco,
Let's
stir
keep
it with a
hands-
wooden
Keep
spoon.
the hands clean for the piano playing a little bit later. We're going to mix it in, and then we'll basically take these 2 sheets of pastry and put
doing
a
well.
little filling in.
You're doing well.
You're doing so well. In fact, I couldn't even tell the difference between a blender and you. How does it taste?
Lovely.
Lovely. Lovely. If we've got the stamp of approval, I'm happy.
Can I use that line on stage? Rocco, I can't tell the difference between a blender,
A blender and you. It's the same thing. Watch him
It's
go.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
the
whoa.
best rangoon of the day.
I agree. Okay, then put a little bit in here.
Now, I'm feeling the temperature is rising, so we just, yeah.
That's a good sign.
Temperature's rising.
Yes.
I would say so.
Put a little in here.
Okay.
And
Could
then
you,
we-
could you
okay.
take
No,
it over?
God.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
Just a
there you
bit.
go.
Yeah, okay. Put it in the middle there. And then we take our other one. But first we wet the edges. You know what I'm
Are we
saying?
going to make another one?
You can make another one. We're going to make all of them.
now cooking.
Oh, I see.
You're starting a trend here, dude.
The tactic is for me to do the deep frying. I
Okay.
completely understand. Okay. Then we're going to place that on top and squeeze it down. So you want to squeeze it so you make sure it doesn't pop out when we deep fry it, you know? I mean, I don't know if it looks secure, but I think it'll be fine.
Oh, we will know when we see the crab
We will
floating.
know. Okay. And then we're going to fry it.
When last did you make a crab feel secure?
Let's see. Yeah, the
Check
oil is
me.
hot enough.
Oh, this is getting real now.
Check
It's getting
me.
so real.
This is getting real.
Rocky
Look at
Balboa.
Look at you.
Oh, Stanza.
Where's the,
Stunning.
I'm just sealing it so that when it goes into the hot oil, it doesn't pop out.
You must secure the crab. Oh, that looks even better than mine. I'm jealous.
That's what he always says. You have to secure.
Secure the crab. Couldn't you get it?
Okay, girl.
Okay, we're going to turn this over.
Kuni,
You're a
are you
natural,
going to
what?
make yours as well?
You have to, Kuni.
You have to make
The
one.
secured crab you can give to me once she feels...
I will tend to the insecure crab.
So you're saying that, Kuni, you don't find yourself in the kitchen very often?
No,
Not at all.
no, definitely.
So who
not.
cooks for you on the daily?
I have family that does that.
How lucky are you? What's your favorite meal that they make?
Stew.
Ooh.
This is terrible. It's a disaster.
Oh, that's an insecure crab
no,
for
that's
real.
It has to be flat.
It has to be flat.
You didn't put another one on
so
top?
that it looks like
did.
that.
Is that
Oh,
mine?
you must
or
put another one. That's my one. You must put it. Oh, sorry. We left out one of the instructions. Let's
Yes,
put another
that is
wrapper
put another one on
top.
top. Okay, thank you, thank you. Very important.
A vital step.
I can't work like this.
Not in these
It's
conditions.
like a blanket. You
Come
put
on,
over.
crab.
There we go, crab.
Ooh,
Don't say a word. Do not say a word.
Wasn't a word, just an expression. Okay.
There you go.
You know what? I'm going to just help you for 1 second because we don't want the, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what? Let's see how it goes.
Which
that one is looking
TV
good.
speak for this is a disaster.
It's not.
This is a
Being very
Camps
sweet
Bay
about-
crab. That's
is.
more Milnerton.
Oh. And this one? What is this giving? This one is giving what?
Oh no, I
For
got a
sure.
Blauberg one.
Waterkant. Oh, Blauberg.
Oh no, Waterkant it will have a pink bow on.
That's a lavender hill one.
Not the lavender hill. You know what? It's going to taste so delicious. Let me put him there. And then this one. But the best part is that the chefs have already made the beautiful end result. So we get to try that one.
That is the best
can I
part.
show it?
Absolutely.
You absolutely can. And you can even pretend that it's yours, Rocco. Come on. Ta-da!
You made this all by yourself, Rocco?
Early, 3
My
o'clock this
God,
morning.
You must have started at
I was
3.
oiling things up here.
And now we've got to try our Rangoon nachos. Is it a mess or is it a hot success or a hot mess?
What is the sauce? Like a chili?
Let's go for
Don't
sriracha
ask.
mayo.
What?
I know mayo, but that's...
Okay, go for it. Let's see.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, we'll all try. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. There you go.
Cheers. I haven't got to the filling yet, but that's good. Hey, I'm gonna get you a paddle.
This is really good.
Success or hot mess?
When do we show?
To camera 3. On the count of 3. 1, 2.
I don't have a paddle.
Yeah. I think you were eating. You were enjoying so much. Okay.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Success!
Big success.
Scan that QR code. Get
It is
into this
really good.
deliciousness. De Villiers Squared said stamp of approval.
It's
so
really
you
good.
better do it.
Baie lekker.
It's good, eh? Well done.
Wow.
Ooh, sorry, I burnt lavender hill. Yeah.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Wipe the crab cake off your face, or
trying,
wonton.
trying.
What
The
was it even? A
Rangoon.
nacho, wonton? We don't care. Now, we're going to set the food aside for a moment and have a vitally important conversation, especially if you are in some way feeling like our key protagonist is feeling. We are going to unpack a very powerful theme that comes up in the new psychological drama, Die, My Love, starring the incredible Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. It sounds like they've got great chemistry. The film follows a new mother, Grace, who moves with her partner to a rural home and then shortly after giving birth begins to unravel emotionally. Her mood shifts, her behavior becomes increasingly erratic, and her relationship starts to fracture as she struggles with very severe postpartum mental health challenges.
Oh, I've been hearing a lot about the baby blues, as they call them in the streets. Now, while the film explores an extreme version of what can happen, it does open up a really important conversation, and a real-life one at that, about postpartum depression. But first, let's have a look at the trailer before we get into the chat.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
Cheryl mentioned that you're a writer.
I don't do that anymore.
Stuck for inspiration?
I'm stuck between wanting to do something and not wanting to do anything at all. Where are you now?
Is everything all right? Yeah.
Main character is about to batter her husband to death with a hammer.
Shut
Grace,
If you're having a hard time, I feel fine.
Grace. Grace. Stop it.
Wow. Sheesh, that was an emotional roller coaster. Now, to help us find some sort of balance, or at least guide us through this conversation and unpack how we can, of course, in fact, show up in real and supportive ways, we're joined by Dr. Lene Leroux, a mental health medical doctor with a special interest in perinatal care. Doc, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about this.
I'm terrified after seeing that profile, but I'm so glad. I know, yes, we are using a very extreme example, and we'll keep reinforcing that. But I think, unfortunately, for the woman that is sitting in the eye of that storm, it's that intense.
Yeah.
Everything else changes. Maybe we can start with what pushes that button. It is so common, yet we don't talk about it. We talk a lot about pregnancy. We talk a lot about postpartum care for the baby, very seldom for the mental health of the mother. What is going on here?
Yeah, I think it's something that you're not prepared for during antenatal classes. Everyone talks about, like you say, the feeds and how you're going to sleep and nappies and how to do this. But there's no sort of care for the mom after the baby's born. Very focused on the pregnancy care, mom's health, body. Afterwards, there's not as much support.
Sure.
And postpartum depression can really present any time in the first year after a baby is born. So it's something that needs to be discussed right throughout that first year of the baby's life, and not just directly after birth at the first checkup. Are you okay? Are you doing emotionally okay?
And it's the sounding board that's going to have to be that, and you're going to have to tread lightly in that space. But I can speak from my own mental health struggles that when you're in it, to identify it is often the most difficult thing, because you're just feeding off that emotion. So you do need a sounding board to be able to, but that requires constant communication.
Right, I get it. And also the hormonal fluctuations that happen, it's not always immediate. So in this movie in particular, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence, her portrayal of it all is incredible. And you were saying she is a mother and she dealt with postpartum depression.
Yeah, she's been quite vocal in the last few weeks on social media about her own struggles with the postpartum period, and also just the change of role. I mean, a mom doesn't just change in terms of the hormonal structure in her body. Her brain starts to change, prune, make new connections, but her body and her role in terms of taking care of a mom, of a baby, taking care of her family, being a wife, somebody maybe working like Jennifer Lawrence.
The 5-year plan, the 10-year plan, what's happened to it?
It all changes, and so that's a whole new role that someone's taking on, in addition to taking care of a really small, needy little human.
Yeah, you're keeping it alive.
And that's how I treat it. Pass or fail. Are your kids still alive? You're a good parent. You're winning in this world, because we always feel like we're failing. And I can't wait for you to get to that phase of life.
One day.
It's just the most joyful. No, but you do get the rewards through that space. because you get this depth of connection. It's almost ironic because you get the 9 months to prepare to a degree physically so much. It's a miracle, one of the greatest miracles in science, looking at matter being created. It's amazing, but you don't often become mechanical about preparing yourself mentally. So we don't want to do this retrospectively. We want to start. When does this conversation start, actually?
The earlier the better. I mean, when you're even thinking or planning to conceive, it's something to think about, especially if you are someone with a history of mental health struggles or that you're vulnerable or you've struggled with a previous pregnancy. It should be discussed before even conception, if you can. We don't always know, and sometimes pregnancies are unplanned, and then it's just about stepping in as soon as that. And it is important to look at the mom's physical health, because the physical health obviously impacts the mental health as well. But we do need to be looking at mom's mental state throughout the pregnancy and picking up things early if we can.
Otherwise, it's an avalanche. And you think about what is going on in the mind and the body in those first 3-4 days alone.
Oh, I can imagine. So what actually happens with that link and connection between baby and mom?
So do you mean if a mom is depressed?
If a mom has,
Yeah,
postpartum
so
depression.
moms, you know, it is very important for the baby to be in close contact with mom, to be around mom, and for mom to be responsive to the baby. So it's not necessarily about being a perfect mother and doing everything correct. It's really just about being attuned to baby's needs. And when somebody's very depressed, very withdrawn, possibly can't even, you know, can't think of holding the baby because they're feeling so detached. You know, that does impact a baby, and it does impact the baby's development. But the good thing is that repair is possible. So even if there is rupture in that attachment, rupture in how you're bonding with your baby, the repair is possible. And so supporting these moms mean the connection with the baby can be repaired fully.
And because there's some massive biology there, and when you see a link between a mother and child, and what's the unspoken language is just the most beautiful thing to witness. Triage, let's start there then, in terms of now we are in the midst of this. Highlighting something wrong, I would assume, is not the right way to go about this. What do we do if we are part of that support structure and we're in that eye of the storm with our partner? What do we do first?
You know, I think one of the first things to try and help with is just the physical support, you know, taking a little bit of the physical burden off the mom. So preparing meals, making sure bottles are made.
Nighttime feeds.
Nighttime
Expressing,
feeds.
that was a great way for me as a dad to get the bonding time as well. I hate the fact that dads just get to change nappies. I want to see more than poo for the first 2 years of the life, but I love that.
Yeah, so taking over some of those physical responsibilities for the mom will really, really help already. But the problem is when you are depressed or very anxious, moms still don't sleep. So the babies will be awake at night. Mom will go to sleep because dad's taking care of it, mom can't sleep. So it's not just as easy as, oh, I'm giving you 4 hours to nap, you should be better now. No, it's also about the emotional
problems
support.
for you, don't worry.
And maybe just recognizing that, you know, are you okay? Can I help you with anything? Asking the mom what she needs and putting enough support around her that she finds helpful.
Yeah, lift that mental load as well when it comes to responsibility.
And we touched on this yesterday as well. Offering someone the opportunity to ask you for help is not helping them.
Yes.
You either identify what needs to be done and do it, or you create an environment where the person can comfortably ask you. But making that kind of offer is just adding another pressure onto them, because now they must discern what's wrong. They must discern the answer and come to you and ask for the help. So I think we're starting to learn here. It's taken about 12 years of doing this show, but I'm starting to understand. We are going nowhere.
Absolutely, and that's such great advice. Thank you so much for also offering some sort of relief that mothers, yes, you know, it is possible for you to rebond with your babies and repair that relationship if you started off a little bit rough. But the movie, Die My Love, is intense, and it is opens up the door to a conversation that so many families really need today. So if this conversation resonated with you or someone that you love, reach out to a qualified healthcare professional or a trusted support structure, because listen, help is available and it's there for you.
And Dr. Lene, thank you so much for helping us unpack this morning. We are stepping very lightly, and we'll continue to do so when we return to this in just a moment.
3 pains, 1 hero, Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Now, when everyday pain hits, Tri-Park is ready there for you, because when it comes to headaches and as well as toothache and colds and flu, Gogo really knows best.
It is the trusted pain powder she keeps close because it's ready to work in 8 seconds flat, so you can keep moving.
That's true. It is also the month of love, so celebrate the love for your gogo with Tri-Park and stand a chance to win 1 of 10 1,500 Rand cash sends. All you have to do is pop over to the Tri-Park Facebook page and follow the entry steps. T's and C's, of course, apply.
And that's the name Gogo knows and trusts. We'll see you now.
3 pains, 1 hero. Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We're back in the kitchen on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, if you've been scrolling like the rest of us through food, TikTok, or even Instagram lately, chances are you've seen these viral cheesy beef pockets, and they've been making so many waves all around the country. They're the ultimate comfort snack, stuffed with savory seasoned beef and gooey melted cheese. Just so perfect for a quick dinner or even a snack during the day. So indulgent and very easy to whip up. So before Gray and I try our hand at it, let's have a look at what this is actually giving.
Very cute. Okay, I'm loving the individual slice vibe. Okay, that looks unctuous. Okay, that mince looks good.
That
okay,
mince looks really
that's
good.
set the bar right up there. Okay, but we all got like wraps and things lying around. Hey, a little bit of mozzarella.
Oh, cute.
Delicious beef. I hope we got some chili going.
More
into
mozzarella,
this, 'cause we need
maybe?
the fire for this.
Lots of beef.
I love this. I love a mince wrap. So this is right up. Oh, there, and then we just fold it into a little
I need
parcel.
to pay attention to how to fold that.
Yes, you do, my friend. Because you're going to be the folder.
I'm going to be the folderer.
Oh, that looks. It's cute. Hey. Can we call it cute? Is food cute?
Food can definitely be cute. I'm actually going to warm this butter up so long in the meantime.
Okay, you melt our butter
that we
because that's
can
obviously clear.
melt that away.
Okay. I like that. So I think the first thing we're going to have to negotiate is the wraps.
Oh my gosh, that is so satisfying.
Hey,
that
look at
perfectly
that.
fits in there.
There is some A-type personalities I think are going to like this. I have a feeling they're going to
With
like
some more butter
this.
on top, of course.
Okay, because we want the crisp. Very nice. And then I'm going to say we just layer it with as much cheese as is available to us, right?
Yep. I agree with that.
Boom. Okay, for the win, and then you just pop it in the oven and Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle.
Okay, I'm going to start with a bit of oil because looking at that mince, I'm guessing we want to create some great flavor.
Yeah, I like it when the mince goes brown a little and charcoaly.
Yeah, look, I treat it like a red meat, so you want to sear off, I suppose. Don't overdo it. High, quick, and then add in your things.
Because it will also cook a little bit in the oven too.
Definitely.
Okay,
that
that's
looks
great.
and smells amazing.
We're
Okay,
gonna do a
what are you
production
giving me, girl?
Onion.
Boom.
Yellow pepper.
Yes. Well done.
Red
You got the
pepper.
color right. Well done.
It took me a while to get there.
It did take you
Garlic.
about 3 seconds.
Some pepper. All right.
I like the white pepper earlier. I'm going to start cooking with white pepper
same.
more.
Just be careful, it's very hot.
Also, I like the attitude of the content creator from that last one. It was like, I don't have black pepper, I'm using white. I don't have
It's
this, I'm using this. It's fine, it's fine. What's that?
Some coriander, cumin.
Cumin, coriander powder or cumin.
A little bit of salt.
Some for the salt gods as well, for the Salt Bay gods.
A little bit of chili.
Oh, this is smelling amazing.
And then, of course,
girl.
paprikas. You can either go smoked or normal.
Definitely.
I love the smoked.
Okay, I'm now understanding how they got that beautiful, dark, rich, mincy color. This has got a lot going on and it's
Add
lovely.
water as you're going if you need to. Some people throw tomato paste in it, make it like a bolognese
I've never asked you this question, girl,
Yes.
and it's a bit personal.
Oh, no.
Do you rinse your mince, ma'am?
Do I?
Rinse your mince.
Do I rinse my mince? That sounds like a trick question.
Exactly. It's not a song. I know we were talking about Boere Musiek a little bit earlier. Rinse your mince. It's not a Boere Musiek song. Okay, Zoe Brown used to rinse her mince, and it was
As in, like when you would wash your chicken, but she would rinse her mince.
You're washing chicken.
No, Graham.
Do you bath with your chicken beforehand?
Graham,
What do you mean?
you've got to wash your chicken.
You lift up its.
You must wash your chicken before you eat it.
You have a little chicken face cloth that you do. It's little.
Little cucumbers for the eyes.
Oh, hey, that
Gotta
would be
wash
cute.
your chicken, Gray.
Oh, wow. I like how you changed direction there quite quickly. So I'm guessing you do rinse your mince.
I do not
no,
rinse my mince.
It's okay. We don't judge. We do actually. We judge terribly on the
We
show.
judge
Okay.
a little.
Our
Here
mince
is the
looks
finished
absolutely
product.
beautiful. And I'm thinking, yeah, you actually, maybe you don't want too wet a mix.
Yeah.
So that, the filling isn't too runny and it kind of dissolves
You're right, actually.
your wraps. But I think this looks lovely. So I'm going to turn that off. Residual heat. We'll let that go. And it's going to cook in the oven anyway for a few minutes. So
Beautiful.
we are winning at life.
Okay, do you want one and I'll take one?
Okay.
So basically we got to put the mozzarella.
Okay, so we're gonna keep the whole thing. We're not gonna cut it in
Oh,
half.
they actually
eh?
did halve it,
Did
hey?
they halve it? Hey.
Oh, but then it's really small. Okay, let's try it like this.
I'm gonna follow your example because you are brave in the kitchen, and I
am.
think bravery deserves to be rewarded.
And if you need anything, it's to be courageous in the kitchen.
Yeah, courageous Carissa. That's what they call me. in
Oh,
the
they
streets,
do
eh?
call me
really
that.
do.
How do you know? Okay.
It's actually crazy Carissa, but I always say, "What do you mean? She's not crazy." And then I think about it for a while. I'm like, "Yeah."
Do you want me to get
You
crazy on this
crazy
show?
man.
Because I will. Okay, so then you fold it, and then you have to make it like a cone almost.
Okay.
A triangle.
I see what you're saying. So you want to make it like so. Boom.
What you did, actually.
Exactly.
I did not do
I
that.
feel like I broke the rules a little bit because I've got mince and cheese
Oh, wait, wait,
everywhere,
wait.
but that's great.
Another spoon.
Oh, thank you. You see, you are learning.
I'm
now, about
learning.
3 or 4 weeks ago, we would have just rushed ahead without putting butter or anything.
And then
but
it would
now
have
we
got
are
stuck
learning
to the
from our
bottom.
mistakes.
Okay. Butter in,
More butter, more better.
and then let's see if it
Then
would
you pop yours, and
perfectly
then I'm going to try and...
fit all of them.
Hey, for the
Okay.
win. And then we just...
And then we do it one more time.
Then we just rinse and repeat, apparently, now that we're rinsing all of our food and cleaning our... Wow, so this
Okay.
is a real thing, eh?
This is a real thing.
You've given me new fears. Okay,
Don't
that's
be
very, very
fearful.
cool.
Okay, great.
And then you're going to layer on in around as much cheese as you possibly
possible.
can, hey?
Like this.
Aha, now I understand what the knife is for.
Oh, the Lego's not Legoing. Okay. Oh, it's this way?
I thought it was more like
satisfaction.
Tetris, that is, hey? Once again, I stress, if you're an A-type personality, you're going to feel a lot of enjoyment. Okay, this is obviously sat for just 2 minutes.
Right. And then once that's done, we throw that in the oven.
Look at that.
And we get one of those. Wow.
Lots of cheese, lots of amazing.
So how does one tackle it? Do you just grab and then...
Yes, actually.
Why
do
not?
that. I was going to get knife
Okay,
and
you
fork.
do it, I'll do it.
Okay. Well done. Because I think that's the whole plan, hey? You're supposed to just
Like a
grab it like a
pizza.
slice of pizza and just
Ooh,
chomp.
okay.
Wow, that really does look good. It's just missing a ton of chili. That's all I would add.
Mmm.
It's very satisfying, right?
Satiating.
Yeah, it doesn't... Oh, there's chili.
I didn't get any, but that was
Okay.
an immediate
I'm
success.
going to say success. I thought I got my paddle the wrong way around.
You know what?
Absolutely
it tastes
delicious.
like lasagna. You get
We've done
that?
everything backwards. We've had lasagna that tasted like a dumpling. Now
Yep.
we've got, and then we had wonton nachos. I don't even know what that was.
Rangoons.
This looks kind of like a pizza. Tastes like lasagna.
Wow.
Eats like Mexican food. Absolutely beautiful.
10 out of 10. I know 2 people that would love this. The de Villiers squared.
Now we are in for an absolute treat this morning.
Let's get straight into their performance.
No. Oh.
Say something.
Say something. We're going to play you a blues Expresso feel-good show. It's called the De Villiers Blues. It's part of our show, which runs at Theatre on the Bay from the 18th to the 28th of February, and then in Monte Cassino in Johannesburg from the 4th to the 15th of March. And I have to mark it. Web tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, that was nice.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to a health discussion right now, and I love the focus for this one because it kind of affects all of us. Gut health plays a massive role, far bigger in our daily well-being than I think many of us realize, and we are coming to realize now, thankfully, especially when discomfort becomes long-term. Joining us to understand chronic constipation and how to find lasting relief, now I've got your attention, is specialist surgeon Dr. Maria Duplessis. Doc, thank you so much for being here. When we look at the difference between occasional constipation that might be situational based on what you eat and chronic long-term constipation, what makes you nervous? What gets you interested? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so we used to define chronic constipation based on periods. So we'd say less than 3 stools per week would be defined as a chronic problem.
Okay.
We moved away from the diagnosis now, and it's more about what the nature of the stools are when the person has suffering from chronic constipation, and that would be either difficulty in passing stool, with every passing more than 25% or a quarter of stools in a week, a feeling that you haven't voided properly. The consistency of the stool is also very important. So, in other words, having consistently hard stool or stools that are small and firm in composition. So that is what we look at in the terms of a diagnosis, or in terms of how to define it, chronic constipation, rather than a time period thing. Obviously, there's certain red light signs that we would worry about in the context of chronic constipation, which we would advise person to undergo further investigation.
What are those major red flags for myself in terms of how I'm feeling? What should we be concerned about when we start moving into that chronic space?
So age is an important thing. Bleeding, associated abdominal pain, and then if there's associated anemia or patient has been diagnosed with anemia with a symptom, then we would also be concerned. The last thing is a family history. If you have this problem over age 45, which you've never had before, and you have a family history of a first-degree relative who has or had colon cancer, then we would be concerned and we would advise a person for the problem to be investigated.
But it's vital at this age that we do start taking cognizance of ourselves and do regular check-ins. What are some of the underlying conditions that lead to chronic constipation?
It's a lifestyle issue, so not eating enough fiber in the diet, not moving enough, so lack of movement, not taking in enough water in the diet as well.
Hydration, yeah.
Then there are certain medical conditions that can contribute to this problem. For example, endocrine conditions like hypothyroidism, diabetes, certain neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease or previous stroke can also contribute to this problem. And then the last common thing is so-called irritable bowel syndrome or spastic colon, which we see particularly in female patients or females. Can be associated with constipation as well. But the big thing is colon cancer. That's always a thing we would worry about in a patient with those red light signs who has now got new onset constipation or troublesome constipation. That's the big thing we always would be worried about in patients over 45.
Yeah, I joke about being over 45, but if you have any big shift or change, seek out a professional.
Yes.
If we do discover something that needs to be addressed, how do we go about that?
The main thing is if you have chronic constipation with associated symptoms and you have tried medical management or conservative management and there's been no improvement in about 6 weeks' time, then it should really be further investigated. And we usually investigate it then with a colonoscopy, which is a procedure where we look through the entire colon and the rectum with a camera to make sure that there's no underlying colorectal pathology or colon cancer.
To want to keep labeling where we could go with this, because it obviously is an area where you need a medical practitioner to address those big question marks. But the flip side of that coin is we're in control. It's our machine to operate our body. So what does the right balance look like?
So chronic constipation is almost always a lifestyle problem. So we advise patients to move, to exercise, to follow a healthy, low-fat, high-fiber diet, and to hydrate and drink more water. Many people don't like drinking water. It's a common thing. And that's just one of the small changes you can make to improve your gut health and, improve your stool habits.
And you don't have to be over 45 to do it, I'm just saying. Doc, thank you so much. I know you work in a very specialized space within this realm, so thank you for dumbing things down for us to be able to understand. I love the fact that we've sat on national TV talking about constipation because it affects so much of us, some unbelievably valuable insights there. I think most importantly for me, keep checking in with yourself because you know your system and the way you are better than most. And I think many people live with these symptoms for far too long, thinking maybe that it's something they simply have to tolerate and just, man up and deal with. Well, understanding those warning signs and knowing when to seek help can make all the difference in restoring comfort and confidence in your body again. Doc, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Whether you suffer from acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Aspen offers a range of laxatives tailored to your needs, whether you're seeking rapid, gradual, or long-term relief. Aspen offers a range of laxatives suitable for various age groups, from infants to adults. You can trust South Africa's value-leading laxatives company to offer a suitable laxative for you and your family. Visit Expresso's social media pages for more information.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Well, thank you for that vital conversation, Gray. That brings us to your last bit of news for this morning. A minute after 8, let's get straight into it. Now, we get started out nationally with Limpopo Premier Poppy Ramathuba, who says the province is making measurable gains against poverty and unemployment. Now, during the SONA debate in Parliament, she cited the latest income and expenditure survey, showing poverty levels dropping from 66% to 47.6%, the largest reduction nationally. Now, the fourth quarter 2025 labour force survey places Limpopo's unemployment rate at 28.2%, down from 35% earlier in the year. The province now positions itself as a leading example of a recovering momentum. In other local news, several South African metros feature prominently in the 2026 Namio Crime Index, with Pietermaritzburg ranked the world's most dangerous city, followed by Pretoria and Caracas in Venezuela. Johannesburg, Durban and Gqeberha also appear in the global top 10, placing South Africa 5th overall in the country rankings. Now, Cape Town sits at number 16. The index measures public perceptions of safety, corruption and violent crime, rather than relying solely on police data, but the concentration of local cities near the top underscores persistent concerns about urban safety. In your international news making headlines, at least 37 miners have died from carbon monoxide poisoning while working underground at an informal mining site in Kampani, a community in Plateau State. A further 25 people have been hospitalized. Now, preliminary findings indicate the victims, aged between 20 and 35, inhaled the toxic gas while operating in the pit. Many mines in Nigeria function illegally, often with little oversight or adherence to safety regulations, and workers typically lack adequate protective equipment, heightening the risk of fatal accidents. Meanwhile, talks between Russia, Ukraine, and the United States in Geneva yesterday concluded without a major breakthrough. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff had voiced optimism, but Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky and Russian negotiator Vladimir Medinsky described discussions as difficult. Limited progress was reported on military technicalities, including ceasefire monitoring. However, deep diversions over territory, particularly Moscow's demand for full control of Donbas, which is a non-starter for Ukraine, continue to block prospects for a comprehensive agreement. And let's end off your news for this Thursday on a feel-good note with tennis star Sir Andy Murray that has smashed his way to yet another remarkable honour, crowned the most inspirational British sports figure of the 21st century, outshining legends like Lewis Hamilton and Sir David Beckham in a survey of 2,000 adults. Now, the Dunblane champion, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, US Open and Davis Cup champion, as well as Britain's first men's singles winner at Wimbledon since 1936, has long been admired for grit wrapped in humility. Research by Just Giving shows fans value example, resilience, and positivity above medals alone. Now, in 2025, the platform recorded £235 million raised through sport, proving Murray's brand of inspiration doesn't just win matches, it moves mountains. Well done to him once again, and that is where we leave your 8 o'clock news. Speaking about sports, it's time to get the latest from Graham.
From our perspective, a South African perspective at least, I think this is probably the most important news. The Proteas cruised to a 6-wicket win over the United Arab Emirates, that at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi, to finish Group D unbeaten. Corbin Bosch 3 for 12 there, restricting the UAE to 122 for 6 before Captain Fantastic Aiden Markram's 28 off 11, and then some brisk runs from Ryan Rickleton and Devolt Brevis as well, sealing that victory with just under 7 overs to spare. Now, the big one, our first real test. The Proteas face India in the Super 8 stage this coming Sunday. Now let's get back to Doha, where the action has come aplenty, and Yannick Sinner delivered a very composed display yesterday to beat Alexei Popyrin 6-3, 7-5 at the Qatar Open in Doha. The world number 2 was ruthless on serve, dropping just 3 points in the first set before breaking later in that second to seal a straight sets victory to progress. Now we keep it local for footballing news. Not the best news for some. Mamelodi Sundowns closed within 3 points of the summit as Brian Leon struck twice in a 2-1 premiership win over Orlando Pirates, ending the Buccaneers' unbelievable unbeaten run. It's been a long one. And elsewhere, Stellenbosch FC, they remained unbeaten themselves under Gavin Hunt, their new manager, with that 1-0 or 1-all rather home draw with Magesi, and that despite being reduced to 10 men later on, showing some real resilience there. Now, the tale of the tape when it comes to the crazy Champions League football of late. Let's start with last night's action. Newcastle United back on track. They thrashed Karabakh 6-1 in Baku, with Anthony Gordon scoring 4 goals, and that now to move within touching distance of the last 16. Then elsewhere, Atletico Madrid, they drew 3-3 at Club Brugge, while Bodo Glimt, they stunned Inter Milan 3-1 to really seize control of their playoff tie. So we'll watch all of those spaces if they're going to give us goals like that, but that's where we leave our sport for this Thursday morning. Let's see how the roads are looking.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's have a final look at your roads this morning, and we get started in KZN out in Durban, where an accident has occurred on the N2 northbound, and that's after EB Klutter. Now, the right lane is closed, and daily commuters headed that way should expect delays. Let's move over to the Western Cape now in Breda Valley Local Municipality, where roadworks are underway on the N1 inbound and outbound at Hex River Pass. Now, lane closures are in place in both directions, with a stop-and-go system operating. Drivers are advised to plan ahead and add in some patience while you're at it. Let's head over to Gauteng now in Germiston, where the N3 northbound at the Geldenhuys interchange is partially blocked due to an accident. Now, the left lane remains closed, and drivers should proceed with caution if that makes part of your morning commute. That is where we leave your roads for this Thursday. Let's have a final look at your weather. Starting out in Polokwane, today is mostly sunny skies. Temperatures starting at a low of 19 and climbing to 33, with gentle easterly winds. Now, the rest of your week is looking beautiful as far as your temperatures are concerned. Klerksdorp, on your side, it's mostly sunny skies that dominate your day. Expect a low of 17 and rising to a hot of 31 degrees with light southwesterly winds. Now, temperatures are expected to stay in the upper 20s to lower 30s throughout the week. In Pretoria, you'll experience partly cloudy skies in your part of town, with light winds expected from the north. Now, temperatures will range between a warm 19 and an even warmer 31 degrees. Wet weather conditions are expected over the weekend, while temperatures remain in the upper 20s. Into Johannesburg we go, where today you'll experience partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures ranging between 17 and 27. Light winds will be drifting in from the southwest too. Now, steady temperatures in the lower to mid-20s are expected for the rest of your week, until Friday, which welcomes some rain. Let's head to Mbombela next, where today brings you partly cloudy skies with warm conditions. Winds from the north stay light, while temperatures move from a low of 19 to a high of 32. Now, clear skies are expected until Friday. Out in Bloemfontein, mostly sunny skies brighten your region. A low of 17 rises to 31 degrees with light northwesterly winds. Now, you can expect a warm week peaking at 32 degrees on Friday. As we head into the weekend, it does get a little bit more cloudy. Into Richards Bay, it's sunny skies today that will be dominating your area with a low of 23, climbing to a high of 31 degrees. Now, moderate winds from the northeast do keep things easy breezy, and rain is forecast from Saturday. Out in South Africa's playground in Durban, you can expect mostly sunny conditions for your region. Temperatures ranging between 23 and 30 today, with light northeasterly winds. Now, warm to moderate temperatures are expected for the rest of the week, accompanied by some rain. Well, let's see what's happening in Mthatha, where today you'll experience mostly sunny conditions with some scattered thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 19 and reach a high of 31 degrees. Winds from the south stay light, while rainy conditions take over for the rest of the week. Well, into Cradock, we head to you next, where your region will experience mostly clear skies, light winds coming through from the west. As far as your temperatures go, they will range between 17 and 34, with temperatures for the rest of the week remaining in the steady to lower 30s. Out in Gqeberha today, you'll experience partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures ranging between a low of 19 and a high of 28 degrees with moderate winds, this time expected from the southwest. Now, wet weather is expected to set in from Friday, so do pay attention. Gorgeous George, on your side, you'll experience periods of sunny skies. Temperatures ranging between 17 and 25. Now, light southerly winds are expected with some cloud cover, so do make sure that you pay attention to that. We head to Cape Town next, where in the mother city you start your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions. Moderate winds are expected from the south, with temperatures starting off with a low of 15 and reaching 22 as your high. Windy weather is forecast for the day, while temperatures remain moderate for the rest of the week. Well, from Cape Town, let's head over to Sutherland now. You're starting the day with sunny skies, temperatures ranging from 12 to 29, accompanied by moderate northwesterly winds. As for the rest of your week, while temperatures remain in the higher 20s to lower 30s. Let's keep it inland in Kimberley, where you'll experience mostly sunny skies today, with temperatures ranging between 19 and 33 degrees. Light winds come in from the northwest, while pleasant temperatures are forecast for the rest of the week, and that will be accompanied by some rainfall. Let's close out now in Uppington, where temperatures reach really high highs today, starting off with 21 and then peaking at 37. Moderate winds are expected to come through from the north. Hot conditions are also expected to continue for the rest of the week, with clouds starting to move in slowly from Friday. Well, that's where we wrap up your weather for the country. So let's add that cherry on top of our beautiful cake and check out what Durban looks like through the eyes of Arusha Singh. And thank you so much, Arusha, for getting in touch. You're our family, man. And just like you, our family, you made sure that we are taken care of when it comes to the beautiful views that we get to witness and enjoy. Arusha, this is absolutely breathtaking. Look at all the birds in the sky. I mean, the people as silhouettes in the background, just making sure that this morning is going to be a great day to have a good day. And we wish you a blessed day, Arusha. Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful piece of heaven with us. That is where we leave your weather for this Thursday. We'll check in again at 6 o'clock tomorrow to see exactly what your weekend is looking like. For now, though, the final hour of the show beckons, so let's get straight into it.
When mosquitoes invade, use Raid. Raid kills bugs dead.
Yes, indeed. Let's bring some of that final hour energy right now and give you more wins and more thrills. Why? Because when you play your daily lotto, there are added opportunities to win. There's firstly an estimated 400,000 Rand sitting in that jackpot. And then the new daily lotto plus has been added with 150,000 Rand sitting in the jackpot this Thursday. Don't get left behind. Go and get your tickets in store as soon as they open. You can go online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app. Generally, you'll find a little drop down there. Super easy, but we'll keep the deets on the Expresso socials, so you've got no excuses. Go and check them out and make sure you put yourself in the running to win big. If you play your daily lotto, an estimated 400,000 Rand sitting in our jackpot, then the daily lotto plus, we're going to throw a further 150,000 Rand into the jackpot today. All the best of luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we are feeling so good this morning. It's quarter to the weekend, so we have to get into all the buzz when it comes to entertainment news, the headlines and the stories that everybody is talking about. And joining us to unpack it all is Noni from Noni But Nice at Good Up FM. Always on point. Come on. Always looking good, always sounding good, here with the latest in entertainment news.
You're
Noni?
invested.
You're going to
in
make
this
me
one.
blush.
Good.
Hey, guys.
How you go?
So good. So good to be back.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I
we
feel like
missed you.
it's the first time I'm seeing you guys this year. So happy New Year.
Noni, I've seen you. Please.
Well, yes, I've seen you.
In TV
Happy
Land,
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Go
in
all the
TV
best.
Land, Happy
Go
New Year.
and own it. And we're on the manifestation station, so I hope you get everything that you
Hallelujah.
want and deserve this
Amen.
year.
Amen.
We love you, girl.
Except for 12 to 3, but you go ahead.
Oh, of course. Okay, that's yours.
Don't bring your radio PTSD
Sorry,
to our
I just
TV Land
thought
space.
I threw it out there.
It's a safe place, okay? We love South Africa, and I would imagine being muso heads, you love in South Africa right now because not one but two superstars are coming, right?
Nonza, give it to us, please.
Insane. J. Cole and Doja Cat have just announced their tours. Doja Cat is actually coming as part of Global Citizen.
That's right.
But she's coming through in May. So
Yeah.
it's nice and early in the year. J. Cole is doing a world tour for his recent album called The Fall Off.
So
and
good.
Johannesburg, guys. Joburg, not Cape Town, but stop.
I was going to say, it's not really a world tour if you're not going everywhere in the world.
Well-
And, must we just say sorry to Eminem and just get it off our chest?
Yeah.
We couldn't sell out for Eminem once,
Yeah.
and now
That
no
one
hip-hop
time.
stars
Yeah.
coming to Cape Town ever again.
Honestly,
What happened to second chances?
Honestly, Eminem should come back and try again. We'll buy tickets. But
I
also,
promise
I will come with my mom's spaghetti. I will be there for you.
Arms ahead.
I will be there.
Agreed.
well, you have the buzz
I will
contest.
stand up. I will come looking like
You'll
a
dye blonde
cheetah.
too.
I will. I tried. No, I did try the
And you
blonde.
looked so good.
I looked like a cheetah. It came out like a
feel
leopard
like
print more
redo.
than blonde. Yeah, no,
For
we all
Eminem.
deserve a
So
redo.
what kind of cheetah?
But I would imagine Doja Cat, I mean, that's going to
my
be such a special
goodness.
moment for
Amazing.
her. as well.
Amahle, our girl.
Oh, Zandile.
Zandile,
Oh,
my
man.
girl.
She's finally touching down in her hometown.
Finally,
And
Old
we're
Chester
so
will be
excited
so
for that.
happy welcoming with open arms, I'm sure.
gorgeous.
There with Global Citizen. Listen, between the two of them, and I'm a big J. Cole fan.
Same.
I'm buying a ticket. March the 20th, you're going to see me in Pretoria, I promise you.
No, same.
Every Doja song's a hit.
True. But also, how do you feel about this latest J. Cole album? Because that's the reason why he's coming to South Africa anyway.
That's why I'm okay letting it go. Gray, if you haven't listened to it yet.
But maybe if
a
we
little
start
bit
downloading
intense.
here, they'll follow the algorithm. So maybe it's not too late for Cape Town. Every Cape Townian download Jay's
Real.
album now.
But then J.
And-
Cole has to
No.
create an album that we want to download commercially.
Oh,
It's a
wow,
bit. It's a
you
bit
be
of a
like
tough.
that.
Heavy and
listen.
hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard hip hop album.
For the heads, eh? For
Yeah.
the proper hip-hop heads. Okay.
5 minutes straight rap. I said, whoa,
Hold on.
Yeah.
give me a
And the real
pause.
Slim Shady, please
I'm just
stand up.
driving home, sir.
So I will stop now, I promise I will stop. But that's cool. We love it because it also means that commercially we are still worth our weight in
Right,
gold.
yeah.
People will come here, sell out stadiums, and they will make their money even in the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. No, 100%. But also, he's coming to the African continent. You said it's not a world tour if you don't go everywhere. So you know what? We'll
Thank you,
take
brother.
it.
I know Beyonce caught a stray, don't worry. All right, let's move on to Sia Khaleesi now. I really loved seeing him in the midst of the NBA space. Like, guys, I thought Sia was tall until I saw him next to these guys that
Have
were
you not,
double
have you
his
not
height.
interviewed a basketball player before? You literally have to swap hands because your arm gets tired. But he does look like a...
Look at that, Gray.
My word.
And he said he loved feeling like a kid again, hey?
I can imagine, like the buzz.
Sterling Brown.
Actually, at one of the games, the former U.S. President
Ludacris!
Obama was there.
So I can imagine how he was feeling.
Luda.
They've even got Fast and the Furious actors. Can you still call him a rapper? No, that was rude. That was just very rude.
What a
But you
All
started
the
the
way
hip hop beef this
back.
morning. You were all like, what kind of an album?
He's both. He's
yeah,
both.
no, we
Shame.
love him. But I love that for Sia because the funny thing is he's a global superstar that side.
Yes.
What Rock Nation have done for his global
Yo.
brand within that
That's
community is
right.
massive. So it kind of goes both ways. Very cool though, but I'm going to think about that when I stand next to him again.
And then imagine how much more. How insane. But I just really loved him being a kid in a candy store because
Yeah.
we fan over Sia. Everywhere he goes, whether it's a market, a supermarket, anything, people lose their minds. And now for him to enter a space where he's not the biggest celebrity in that arena and not the biggest sports star in that space,
I think it's
Unreal.
the best thing to see. He's
Yeah.
appreciating his fellow sports stars.
Exactly.
So, love it down. Love our captain.
Oh,
Shout out.
Captain, our captain forever.
He's a global brand.
Isn't
Yeah.
he?
And
Yeah.
that's it. But he's going to be able to do something when we get that next World Cup, which I have a feeling
It's
we're going
coming.
to do. He's going to
Let's
stand
go.
alone
Wow.
as a sporting brand, as a sporting prospect. So I'm
Sure.
glad that they've put in the work now.
Living legend. Okay, speaking about living legends,
Oh, yeah?
I've seen them once, I'll see them again.
Yeah.
Boys to Men are coming back to South Africa. Of the road.
I can still feel the pain.
Oh my gosh.
No, do you know what I can hear? That mate of mine in his tiny little city golf with more sound
What a
than
throwback.
Just
and
vibrating.
the number plate going.
Guys, they're coming
Yeah,
back. I'm
that's-
not going to lie, I shed a couple tears at their last performance at Grand West, and I will do it again.
Yeah.
I went alone,
Gladly so.
and I wasn't alone.
Goodness.
I wasn't alone. Every single song, they put on a performance of note. So I will tell you right now, get your tickets. Get your tickets.
And that's the thing with artists from that generation.
Yeah.
They really put on a show.
They
So if you
do.
missed them that first time, now's your time.
I
Now's
reckon
your
I'm going to
there's
go.
probably like there's probably a third generation now that's going to buy into them.
100%.
The kids of today are all about like high-rise jeans, dipping into the 80s and 90s sensibility.
Taking it back.
But the music from that time told a very different story. It wasn't algorithm driven. It was musical. And this is they put a cappella on the map.
Yeah.
Really,
Oh,
eh?
with Motown, oh my goodness, every single song. So
Iconic.
27 May is when they'll be in Cape Town, and additional shows in Pretoria on the 29th and the 30th of May. So I mean, everybody gets a little something.
The problem is, because I couldn't really sing ever, I had to be the guy.
Oh, with the bass. Because you don't have to be melody or whatever. You just say, oh,
Exactly. I can see you've got the same level of musicality as me. You don't have to be the melody or whatever, that thing with the notes match.
I'll take the soprano.
I hope they come into studio, lads. Please, just come on down. Spend
should
some
come.
time here, man.
Wear your
Absolutely
shades. We
love it.
won't even mind if they wear glasses indoors. Guys, honestly.
come on brand.
The
Yeah.
aunties were fangirling. We were fangirling.
See, this is why R&B exists in the world, to cure hip-hop beef. You
Oh,
see how we've
real?
moved on now.
And now it's all
Hey, I
loving.
thought we had gotten to the end of the road, but we
Wow,
haven't.
no,
We are
you
here.
haven't. And look at them, besties for life. I will tell you that was only the first bit of entertainment news. Noni Radebe is not going anywhere. We'll be back straight after this break. To the end. Back to school just got even better. Now, Outline is kicking off the new term by giving one lucky viewer the chance to win a year's supply of stationery worth 5,000 Rand. All you have to do to enter is head over to Expresso's social pages and tell us which Outline stationery item helps you stay neat, organized, and ready to learn. Use hashtag OutlineAfrica to enter. Now, entries close the 25th of February and T's and C's apply. Visit expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thank you so much for bringing your coffee and also your curiosity and enthusiasm. Part 2 of your entertainment news is coming your way with Noni Khadebe. She's still with us from Noni But Nice at Good Up FM evenings, 6 to 9 o'clock. Noni, please, Miley Cyrus.
See, I'm going to get a sense of how old you actually are now, because you're obviously very youthful.
I don't even have twins.
Yeah, no, we're
twins
literally
look
the
alike.
same age, 21, forever, okay?
How old do you feel right now?
12. My 12-year-old Noni is absolutely reeling.
Hannah Montana?
Hannah Montana was my life. I can't lie to you. Like,
Really?
I think that's one of the reasons why I even got into this industry, because Miley Cyrus, she set the tone, she set the standard, and she finally acknowledged Hannah Montana after so many years of basically like kind of wiping it off her
Because of the
socials.
trauma.
And, all the
But now
trauma.
that we understand Hollywood, y'all,
100%.
I would imagine trauma is real trauma. When,
For sure.
when these kids that came through that machine, I don't think any of them would have been kept
Away
completely
from.
safe. I just don't see how that, and luckily she had family in the business,
dad,
but you could see her immediate push away from that time. So that in itself
And
is a
push
journey.
from her dad. I don't even think they're in contact anymore.
No, they're not. They don't have the best relationship. But it's the 20-year reunion years since it was
Anniversary
released.
special.
Anniversary, that's the word.
There it is.
So Hannah Montana has been a thing for 20 years. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they're working on, because she posted a little clip, literally there, as you can see, and it just says when.
Oh, that's Miley Cyrus. That's not Hannah Montana. You can tell.
You know what? Maybe she's grown.
Okay,
'Cause those
Hannah's
are, like,
grown.
cute little
Hannah's
boots.
grown.
Maybe Hannah's grown.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm excited though.
I wonder what Hannah's doing now.
Wow.
Really? Is she still swapping wigs?
Hopefully got better wigs too.
But
Wake it up.
This is quite a crazy thing, because as a fan of Hannah Montana, does that translate to being a fan of Miley Cyrus, the reinvented Miley that we now know?
Great question. I mean, just as Miley has had phases, I think I've also had phases of resonating with her. Like, remember that phase when she dropped the Bangers album?
J's on my feet.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't sure who that was. Unfortunately.
Hip Hop Miley was
I was going to say, you got to go back
wild.
into your hip hop roots, and then everything makes sense.
No. I mean, I appreciate music because it's music, but her, I didn't know. And then I can buy myself
flowers.
And I was
Wrecking
like,
ball for me, I was like,
"You're
that's how you do it, man.
Oh,
I love
pulled
that
up my
stuff.
heartstrings.
Yeah. So
yeah, I love Miley.
She had phases, but I love her forever.
I need to.
Yeah, 20 years later, she's still doing the dang things,
Yep,
man.
Miley,
We're very
man.
excited to see it all go down. Just like we've been paying very close attention to this woman's career. All about our girl, Tyler,
That girl.
TYLA. All the Tigers stand up right now. What's
Let's
going
go.
on with her and Mama Cardi?
Right, should I stand up? One thing about Cardi B, she has been consistent with the love she shows Tyler.
That's true.
And they have a song together called Mr. Nice Guy, and they finally performed it for the first time live at Cardi B's Little Miss Drama tour.
Sure.
And our girl ate, okay? One thing
course.
about her, she ate it up. And it was, she's a superstar.
This gives me Aaliyah vibes, the way that the industry wants to embrace her and give her the opportunity, maybe because she comes from little backwater South Africa and maybe isn't kind of au fait with what that world is like and very much is still representing herself and where she comes from. Maybe that strikes a chord with the Cardi B's of the world. But I love it. There's something really wholesome around Tyler.
It's like, with Cardi, it's like big sister vibe. Because I remember when everyone was like, oh, why can't she hold an award? This one time at an awards show, and Tyler was like, oh, this is a bit heavy. Can you please help me hold it? And social media was like, coming
As
at
they
her.
do.
And then Cardi was like, guys, that award is really heavy. Let her live.
Skinny little arms, man. I've seen her little arms.
And she has to concentrate on the speech.
You know,
She likes
come
the
on.
speech.
Give our girl some grace.
And then she said, thank you, Mama Cardi. That was so beautiful. After
Very
being called the most beautiful girl in Africa. She did say, they had never met a pretty girl from Joburg.
Period.
Well, you prove her wrong, is what I'm saying. Prove her wrong.
To
Sure.
this day, we haven't. Okay, let's close off with a story about a passing of a legendary actor. Now, Nons and I were talking, and we don't necessarily know Robert Duvall very well, but you're quite familiar with him, Gray.
First of all, okay,
Not like
by
that.
quite familiar, I mean, yes, I've studied films that are much older than I am. So I am familiar. No,
He was
as a
95
young
when he
man, no, he
passed.
sits as a part of a dream team of the OGs when it comes
Yeah.
to Hollywood. Robert Duvall sadly passed away at the age of 95 and was still working up until fairly recently as well.
Sure.
Dominant figure, but started as a young, crazy man during probably the craziest time in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
Movies like Platoon, I think Lowrider,
Yeah.
next to Clint Eastwood, just absolutely amazing. But getting the backstories, obviously the outpouring of love, hearing from other actors. There was an actor that had to do a scene with him where he wasn't even in it. He was just reading lines.
Sure.
Sat with him through the night in a freezing cold lake for about 8 hours just to read the lines. He was all method, all in there,
All
but
in,
zero
sure.
ego as well. Obviously hugely decorated, but just heartbreaking because he will leave a void. But he has had so many, almost 4 or 5 generations worth of filmology.
Isn't it great that, like you're saying to this day, Noni and I can sit down and capture the essence of who he was in all the films, The Godfather for one?
That I know.
Oh, you must see.
Legend.
And there is a
know.
reason
Yeah.
why, I suppose, those studying film dip into this. And we'll dip into the directors, we'll dip into the writing style, but not very often do we dip into the actors that bring this to life.
Sure.
And what blows my mind is you think of the heavy things these kids were dealing with when they were kids. Things like Vietnam, the explosion of psychedelic drugs at that time, all of these crazy things. And you kind of look at them as being the 95-year-old version of Robert Duvall now. He was a 21-year-old crazy kid acting in one of the most powerful films that set the tone for most war films from then on. Then you're like, wow. So if you're an actor out there kind of going through the imposter syndrome space that you have to as an actor, I think it's
part of it,
essential.
yeah.
Just know you are making your mark, man. You are making a mark. So Robert Duvall, we love you, man.
Shout out to
Find
Robert
yourself.
Duvall.
He's on a
Take
chopper.
page.
He's on a chopper, low rider, going down the road. Love that.
Yo, icon.
On the streets of heaven. We love to see it, man. That's a wrap of your entertainment news, Noni. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me. I always love being here, guys.
We love having you. Where can people catch you? Where can they listen and see you?
So, Good Hope FM, every Monday to Thursday, I drive you home from work
Yes,
or wherever
you
it is
do.
you're on your way to. It's Noni But Nice, that's the name of the show. And yeah, catch me on the socials. It's at noni.rad across the board.
Because she is rad.
She is super cool.
It's, it's so funny. Every time someone sees that, they're like, oh, is it rad for radical? No, my surname is Khadebe.
But you are that. So just only
thank you.
last box we need to tick. Jay just needs to do a slightly more accessible rap album, and then we can bring him down to Cape Town.
Yes,
So
yeah.
Jay,
Then
Paul,
he
please,
comes to
guy,
Cape Town.
you can do that.
Add some commercial vibes, Jay. That's all.
Please.
Or just wrap your 2014 Forest Hill Drives and we'll be happy.
Period.
Forget the fall off. Bring back Forest
I
Hill
feel like
Drive.
you just started
We'll be
beef
there.
all
I'm
over
sorry,
again,
I'm
man.
sorry. That wraps up your entertainment news on that note, and we hope to see you in March, in May, at the end of the year, at all the concerts throughout the country, Cape Town, Pretoria, and beyond. Noni Khadebe, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So rad.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We're going to give you your just rewards this morning. 2 piano powerhouses, 1 stage, and only black and white keys between them. It's not that dramatic at all. They are the most loving, wonderful, approachable human beings on the planet, despite being so talented. I'm talking about Rocco de Villiers and Connie de Villiers. They are sharing the piano and the spotlight as we play a musical version of Who's Most Likely To? Okay, so this is a new thing for all of us. And I can see they're terrified. All of their big match temperament is coming to bear right now.
Breathe.
You see, that was going to be my first question. Who freaks out first and who has to do the calming down? Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to pose a question, and I'm going to ask who is most likely to, and then once I've finished my question, whoever feels they are most likely can play in response. And that means sometimes you might play a note together, or might look at the other one to play first, which will, yeah, you see, exactly like that. I think we're going to find out so much through this game. Okay, are you ready, gentlemen?
Yes,
I know you're ready for
go for it.
Wait, I've got one question to ask you, because I feel weird. Every time I want to say Rocco and Connie de Villiers, it feels like I'm introducing a married couple. But every time I look at the two of you, you look like 2 naughty
Very
school
different.
children.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call you brothers in spirit and heart today. Okay, to the de Villiers. Who's most likely to turn a serious rehearsal into a comedy show? You better play.
Wat gaan ek speel? Wag, I've been listening on my car
The
this
pedal
morning.
works.
Ek kan nie.
It made me feel anxious. What's that from?
Michael Jackson. Yeah, is that one? Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. Ooh, okay, and this speaks to passion. Who's most likely to break a piano string mid-performance?
Me.
Play away.
Oh.
See, that's how you do it. You see,
Thank you.
see
Did you get it now?
the cracks are starting to show already. Oh, I feel bad for asking this because I'm the emotional one here. Who's most likely to get emotional while playing?
I think both of us.
Both of us.
You've got to both play.
Chopsticks. 1, 2, 3.
How can you feel emotional after that? Come on.
That was deep. That
Hey?
was really deep.
I love that.
Did you feel chopsticks?
Oh, I felt it. I felt it.
Right there, man. Sure. Who's most likely to turn a duet into a battle?
Ach, I'm not a competitive kind of person.
We're really not competitive, neither of us.
Because we're both so good. No, just...
But that being said, who is better? Like, have you...
Ach, goodie, stop it.
He's the better. No, seriously, on record, he is the better pianist. I hang in, but he's the better pianist.
You managed to keep up somehow.
Now, truly
You
show
just-
them what you can do.
You see, okay, that one did make me feel a little bit emotional, I won't lie
Did
to
you
you.
like my chopsticks, though?
I do. I'm keeping that in my special place in my heart, man. Who's most likely to pretend they don't love the attention, but they actually do?
Ach, I don't have an ego, really.
This is his before breakfast jacket. I'm just qualifying that statement.
And for that, I'll have to play something
You're going to have to.
very, very quiet.
Okay. Is that What is that? Is beautiful.
And don't say thank you because I don't like the attention.
Okay, but we can round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. No, he really does need the validation. That's beautiful. I loved St. Elmo's Fire. That just sounded like it hit a string. You are a
asked for it,
special
Graham.
human
You asked
being.
for it, Graham.
Hey, yeah. Man, I don't think we're going to ever let you guys go, guys. Who is most likely there to enjoy a cheesy love ballad? Who's the romantic?
I do cheesy love ballads.
I'm more a disco kind of boy.
Oh, man alive. Can we do this for another hour and a half? I'm just going to see how long I can keep you guys here. Maybe this one will destroy.
You're scaring us now.
Okay, the partnership. Who's most likely to get the most fan messages after the show?
It's the question, he wears a mirror ball. I mean, really, come on.
I am a mirror ball.
He advertises better. You're going to have to. And who loves you the most? Who is that? Because I get the tunnies, the mommies, they love our show and they love me, and I love that. That's my epicenter. Who's your fan? The mamas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aunties. I like the ones with credit cards and Jaguars. But
it's fine.
They do like me. I think they see something strange or harmless in me. It wasn't always like that, but they do now.
Shall I warn them?
So what would you play for?
Lock up the children.
If they had to arrive in the mink and the sports car outside, what would you play for this Tony, this auntie today?
I think for them, you play sort of something that will touch their heartstrings.
Rocco and I are both cocktail pianists dressed up as something else.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That was very much what those tunnies remember from the 50s and 60s when they used to hang around with a margarita at the Palm Court Hotel.
And if you remember that, you have passed. I love you both for being here, and I love you for doing this. You've given me a moment today, so thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Graham.
But you being together, that is something remarkable, where I think this whole that you have created, it is amazing. I'm not going to ask them who has the most fun when they get to play together, but we will let them play one more time for you this morning. Can we get a round of applause for the De Villiers? Rocco, we absolutely love your performance. Thank you so much, Kuni. Absolutely blown away.
That was absolutely beautiful. And right now, to more beauty, I've got to say Ramadan Karim to all those that do observe. It's finally here, the blessed month of Ramadan. And as the sun sets and families gather to break their fast, there's nothing more comforting than a warm, nourishing bowl of soup to just start off the evening. And that is exactly why we brought in food and menu curator and published author, never forget, Feruza Abrams is here today from Taste Malay, bringing beautiful Cape Malay flavors into our kitchen with listen to this, a chicken and corn soup with chili sambal. And spoiler alert, it is hearty, it is full of soul, offering just the perfect balance of comfort and spice, and then a bit of tradition to your iftar table. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And also Ramadan Karim to you. Really excited to get into this recipe. She already knows. Feruza been here the whole time, just peeking, seeing how do we make this recipe, how does it come to life. So why is this the perfect meal to have around
This is such a perfect meal to have because it kind of mimics a chowder. Chowder, stew, soup. And when you are fasting, and it takes a lot of butter, guys.
More butter, more better. We love the butter.
When you are fasting, what you want to do is you want to eat smart. You know, so lots of protein, things that can sustain you. I love this dish because it's so easy to make. Even I can do it, really.
You say that. I know you cook in that kitchen. I know you bring the recipe.
Like any good, decent dish, I've got butter, garlic, some smoky red chili flakes.
Okay, a bit of heat. I love that.
A little bit of heat.
Speaking about heat, we've got some black pepper and the chili flakes, and then I see some fresh chili for the sambal.
Yeah.
So tell me about layering the flavors of heat. I mean, how does one do that correctly?
Okay, so I feel like when you are layering spice and flavors, etc., be mindful not to be heavy-handed. I feel like when you work with spice, you gotta, it's like when you're shopping on an empty tummy.
Bad idea.
You want to put, so be mindful, and a little goes a long way. So just be, it's easy to add a bit as opposed to taking away. Yeah. I've added some onion.
Do you have a trick if you put too much spice in, how to kind of neutralize it?
Yeah, you kind of just cook more. You you just add, like, you double up on the recipe if you've been really heavy-handed, or add a little bit just so that it mellows out. Add a potato here and there, remove it afterwards.
Right, because it soaks it out.
Exactly.
So what have we added in there? What was this that you put in?
So that is some cayenne pepper. It's a really mild one. You could also just use Kashmiri chili powder, the chili flakes, etc. And you don't want to brown your onions. You literally just want something that's light and golden.
Yeah.
And then I'm going in with boneless, skinless chicken. You can, of course, do this with chicken thigh. Oh, it's smelling gorgeous.
It smells so good over here. Hard to concentrate.
Yeah. And also, of course, you can do bone-in chicken. Completely up to you. Bear in mind, bone-in chicken's going to cook slightly longer. And then I'm going to crank up the heat slightly. And because this is like bite-sized pieces, you can see it's almost starting to cook immediately.
I can see that chicken.
Okay. The only other spice that's going to go in here is some pepper. So this is what I want. And of course, it wouldn't be cream-style chicken without
sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
Now, that is a staple in my household growing up.
It's comfort food.
Sunday lunch, it was there. When you had the different veggies on your plates next to the chicken, it was there.
Yeah.
Do you prefer this over the whole kernels?
Let me tell you what I sometimes do. I'm such a sucker for corn.
Yeah.
I sometimes add the whole kernel as well.
Okay.
You can even char your mealies and put it in here.
Yes.
And then another little kitchen hack. I'm using, let me just show you. I'm just using 1 cup of water.
I love to see it. This takes me back to my mom. She said, don't waste even a little bit of what is in that tin.
We're going to add that. The other thing that I love doing with this, I love making mac and cheese with this. That's just a little, like, FYI. You can take it even further. So
does it replace anything or just adds to the
No, you're just going
flavor?
to add mac and cheese to this whole thing.
Wow.
And you can see it's quite thick. It's a hearty soup. It's not like your brothy kind of soup, so it can double as a meal. I absolutely love it, and as it is here, I would put my mac and cheese, my cheese, and bake this in the oven.
Wild.
So I've got a little bit of salt and pepper. Of course, here you can use as much or as little as you want.
And then I see we still have cream and dhania.
Yeah, so dhania, coriander, cilantro, call it by whichever name. The cream is going to go in like this. Don't look now.
Could you use coconut cream? Or
of course
is
you
this,
can, absolutely.
Okay.
You can.
I love that because cream also keeps you fuller for longer, okay?
And the other thing that
sort of good fats.
Good fat.
Yes.
You could even put a little bit of Greek yogurt, and if you want to be really decadent, the lovely evaporated milk. You can do that.
A little bit of sweetness in there as well.
And this is what I have here. The only thing this needs is a little bit of garnish, and this is going to simmer for like about 5 to 8 minutes. Done. Okay, so I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to turn the heat down slightly.
And let it do its thing.
Let it do its thing. And then we've got our sambal.
Yes, Fariza, let's actually make this sambal, and I'm also going to taste the end result. So what exactly is going on here?
So sambal is really what brings this dish together, okay? If you're not a fan of heat, don't look now. But what I've got some white vinegar, and of course I've got sugar, like any good sambal, sugar and salt. It is so easy, and then you're going to go in with, you could put jalapenos here. That's the amount of chili.
But fresh chili is a must.
It's absolute must. So that is it. And then a little bit, waste not, want not.
Exactly.
Like that. And you're going to take this and you're literally going to drizzle it over your soup. And we, of course, going to serve it with a lovely
So that's what I was going to ask. Is this the main meal? Is this the starter when it comes to breaking
This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. Okay. Let's mix that around a little bit. Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's
And I'm going to hit you with some sambal.
Okay, let's do it.
Just like that much. That's
Oh,
plenty.
I also love the idea of the vinegar cutting through the
Sweet and
creaminess.
sour.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, you can have some bread with it.
I already knew that I was going to love this. My goodness. Give me 14 of them. Spectacular. Riza, this was incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please make sure that you make this, whether or not you're part of a Ramadan, but this would be the perfect way to break your fast or even eat around your family. It is absolutely decadent, delicious, but actually pretty lightweight as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't feel too heavy on the stomach. And of course, with that sambal, just adding the extra bit of spice and deliciousness that you need. Well done. And we wish you a beautiful month ahead,
you.
full of
Thank you.
clarity and
It's a long
definitely
month.
goodness. It's going to be a long month ahead, but you got this, okay?
Thank
You
you.
absolutely have got this too, Mzansi. All the best for the rest of Ramadan.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. One last time. I'm going to be heartbroken when I have to say goodbye to you today. I've loved today. Thank you so much. It's
incredible.
been wonderful. But we're going to leave you with a parting shot. More wins, more thrills, because if you play your Daily Lotto, there are 2 chances to win. We've got Daily Lotto with 400,000, then Daily Lotto Plus, which adds plus 150,000.
That's great news. Now, don't get left behind, okay? Buy your tickets. You could do so now in store. There's the website, nationallottery.co.za. There's the mobile app. There's cell phone banking you could also use to access your moolah.
And as always, you'll find a whole lot of little Easter eggs, as we say, on our social media platforms. These details will be there as well. Go and spend some time, have some fun, and make sure you put yourself in the running to win big by playing your Daily Lotto for an estimated 400,000 Rand. Then Daily Lotto Plus, estimated at 150,000 Rand. Wow. So that's 450,000 Rand together. Tickets for Rocco and Kuni at Theatre on the Bay starting at just 200 Rand, which is ridiculous. That's a steal, okay? So how many tickets could I buy with all of that? I could take everyone, hey?
We could literally all go in your car right now, be outside Theatre of the Bay and just waiting. In fact, you don't even have to wait. We'll give it to you right now. They take to the stage for another performance, and we're so glad to have De Villiers Squared in the building. Take it away.
geniuses.
Wow.
It is amazing. I hope you guys just get a few moments in the show to have it for yourselves, because you are giving us so much. So thank you so much. What a blessing.
Thanks for having us.
Get your tickets. Theatre of
Web
the Bay.
tickets.
It's going to be incredible. Web tickets today to never miss out on this magic. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Adios, muchachos. Well done, everybody.
Another feel-good production.